Hello, and it looks like we're live, and welcome to Alice Talks Football for another watch-along. This watch-along is the Manchester United versus West Ham watch-along. When the game gets up and running, I've got like some graphics and stuff, and I'll put a timer in the scoreboard and all that up on the screen when the stream gets up and running, when the game starts. We've got about 14 minutes to kick off, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, of course. We've got a couple of people already putting their thoughts in the live chat. Mohan says he thinks United will lose 2-0, and I have to say, I'm not very confident as a United fan. We haven't been playing great football lately. We dropped points to AC Milan. We didn't drop points, but, you know, we didn't play very well against AC Milan, and they definitely deserve something from that game. You know, the Crystal Palace game, like other than the Man City game, we haven't played very well lately, so I'm a little bit concerned, especially with the injury troubles. But make sure you put your predicted scoreline down below. We're going to have a look at the starting 11. I'm going to give my thoughts on the starting 11, my prediction for the match, and more. But let me know what your predictions are in the comments. And Anna Paul says hi, Alice. Hello. And yeah, what's your score predictions, guys? I'm going to share my screen with you in a minute, and we'll discuss the lineups. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to join. If Man United win today, though, they've got the Premier League table up on Sky Sports. Now, if Manchester United win, we will basically be 9 points clear of the top four. Technically 6 if West Ham win their game in hand. But if we win, I'd say that's top four. We'd be basically 9 points clear with 9 games to go. If we lose, we're going to be maybe going final day of the season. You know, I think this is a massive game in terms of top four. Anukul's prediction is 3-0 United West Ham. We got 3 past West Ham the first time we played them. We obviously beat them in the FA Cup. We do have a good record against West Ham, but the 2 times we played West Ham, they were the one with a lot of injuries, not us. Now we're the ones with a lot of injuries, and I will get into the lineup. You know, Marcus Rashford is playing injured. I mean, I look at our bench and it's horrific, but let's have a look at the West Ham lineup. You know, Antonio's playing. Man United have not played against Antonio, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I won't lie to you guys. But as always, put your score predictions down below. I'm going to go read them out. West Ham have a lot stronger team than we do. They're only missing Lingard, really. We're missing a lot of key players. So yeah, Aaron says tough game, but he reckons 2-0 United. It's a really, really tough game, but for some reason we often do better in tough games. So I understand where Aaron's coming from. And Jadon Sancho goes 3-1. West Ham finishes Ollie. That's what you think. So let me share my screen with you guys. Can you see that, or should we do it like that so you can see me? Just so this doesn't block what you can see. Let me just take that off. So let's have a look at the squads. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the squads. So this is basically what I predicted, but they brought Rashford back. Now Rashford's going to be playing on a lot of painkillers, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I haven't decided that yet. We'll see. If Rashford comes off injured and it makes his injury worse, I'm not going to be happy, but I think Rashford will play injured. That's the thing with Rashford. He always wants to play. He'll play injured, so I think that's why Rashford's playing. We know he's got a knock. Daniel James, Mason Greenwood. I don't think West Ham will leave much space in behind. Like these 2 guys for West Ham, Rice and Souček, are basically tanks. Like they Rice and Souček versus McFred. I think Rice and Souček will win that battle. Let me click on that. I said in my match preview, I think Rice and Souček will win this battle, and I'm worried that Bruno Fernandes in the attack won't get much of the ball. And it just could be a game where the attack starved. I hope I'm wrong, but it could be a game where West Ham fancy themselves due to our injuries. West Ham might go, you know, we fancy the win due to our injuries, push forward. All of a sudden, Dan James has the space in behind. Now, West Ham's fullbacks have been very impressive this season. They're a threat going forward. They've been solid defensively, but you know, our fullbacks have been good. And for me, you know, the person I want to watch out for today is Luke Shaw. I think he's our man of the moment at the moment, Luke Shaw, and I'm glad he's fit. I think he's so important to this team. I think, you know, we're going to miss Pogba. We're probably going to miss Martial today to hold up the ball. I think Rashford's better on the wing. It'll be interesting to see whether Greenwood or Rashford plays on the wing, but that is obviously the Manchester United starting lineup. Let me know your thoughts on that. It's the strongest lineup we can go with who's fit. But I look at that West Ham lineup. I mean, other than Lingard for Noble, that West Ham lineup's got Antonio. And we've not played against Antonio this season. We played against like a Hala that missed an open goal, remember? And when we did beat them 3-1, West Ham had a lot of chances, but they didn't have the striker to finish it. So as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will actually go and read out your comments. Less than 10 minutes to 10 minutes to kick off. Let me scroll up. Mohan says, Alice, would you wanted Amad Diallo over James? Depends on the game. The thing is, I love Amad Diallo, but if they're going to leave space in behind, I guess you want James, and he's a little bit more experienced. But if, James having a bad game, I think putting Ahmed off the bench. Aaron says we play better against tougher opposition for a weird reason. Yeah, I think we do. I think maybe, especially because we're struggling to create at the moment. Crystal Palace sat back deep. We struggle to create. We struggle to get Bruno in the game. I think now, because we've lost our creator in Pogba, we are a little bit of a counter-attack team and we're reliant on spacing behind. And that's why I think we play better against teams that want to attack us. I hope this game will be as good as the North London derby. I didn't watch the North London derby, but Arsenal apparently got a deserved win. I wonder if Same will join the chat later to brag about Arsenal's win. I mean, it was never a penalty on Lacazette for me, but apparently Arsenal did deserve the win. And I think that's good for United that Arsenal won for a change because, I don't think Arsenal were in the top 4 race, but Spurs definitely were. Hooper says, am I the only one waiting for Expression's post-match video after the derby loss? Oh, you're making a good point. He's a Tottenham fan, isn't he? And DJ says, I think that Ollie doesn't want to learn why still play Lindelof and Maguire because we either lose or draw. Bailly got a little bit of a knock against AC Milan, and I think what Ollie's doing, and I would love Bailly to play with Maguire every game, but Bailly can't play every game. He's playing Lindelof at weekends, Bailly on weekdays. I'm pretty sure that's what Ollie's doing. Lindelof on weekdays, Bailly on weekends. Steve says, feel a long time since I watched Man United at Old Trafford in the league or on TV. It's mad. We are in the league or on Old Trafford. I think this is our last league game before the international break, so we definitely want to go into the international break with a positive. Mason will play up top, Rashford on the left. I hope to see Mason up top because I think Rashford does his best work on the left. And whoever's up top gets starved out of the game. And I think, Rashford needs the ball to do things while Mason, I think, could do something out of nothing. I mean, they're both top players, but if that makes sense. Amad Diallo shouldn't be thrown into the deep end. Give him his time. Yeah, the thing with Amad Diallo is he did a very good job against AC Milan, but he's still a young boy. We can't just throw him into the deep end. Ahmad giving Hernandez vibes. Maybe. Ollie got a new contract. I can't believe this club. Yeah, look, the thing is that came from the Mirror. I was going to cover it and I was like, I don't feel well. Can't really be bothered to do a video on it. This came from the Mirror, okay? So I think if we win today, we've basically got top 4. And I think if we get top 4, Ollie will understandably get a new contract. But I don't think we should offer Ollie anything till the end of the season because, will we ever learn? We need to wait to where we are in May. Bowen versus Wan-Bissaka will be the battle of the match. Bowen's a tricky winger, but Wan-Bissaka can deal with anyone. Sterling, Neymar. I think Wan-Bissaka's only problem is not one-on-one tackling. It's just if he gets out of position. If he has to deal with like 2 players and he gets sucked into Lindelof. 7:15 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, we've got about 7 minutes to kick off. It's a weak team. I hope we win. I hope we win too. And yeah, you did tell me that Rashford would play injured. I'm going to call you Safa because, your name's really long. You did tell me Rashford would play injured. I think if there's any problems, I think Ahmad would be the first name on the bench. Now, let's look at our bench because our bench is really weak, guys. So, as you can see, we've got 2 goalies on the bench, but so do West Ham. Anyone on that bench that's really going to make a difference? I guess if we want to go, if you put Eric Bailly on for Lindelof, we can play a higher line, but that's not really... Maybe Axel at CDM, but he'll put Matic on. Like, this is... Shola and Ahmad are the only people that can offer us anything from the bench. So I will be really concerned if we go behind in this game. I know we are the king of comebacks this season. I know we've gone behind so much this season. But at home, when we go behind, we're screwed. And when you look at that bench, it's not like you can bring Donny, Cavani, and Martial and Pogba on. You're going to rely on some 17-year-olds, some 18-year-olds. But then having a look at the West Ham bench, Benrahma, I think, is a good player on his day. Lanzini, they've got quite a weak bench as well. But I do look at that West Ham starting 11, and they're only really missing Lingard from their strong starting 11 and this guy, Ben Johnson, who I'm actually not 100% sure who he is. If there's any West Ham fans in there, is this guy good? Just let me know. But I could not tell you if he's good because I've not watched him play. But you know what? I'm worried about this game. I'm worried it could be a 0-0 or 1-0. I think I predicted a 1-1 draw in my prediction. Like, a draw isn't a bad result because it still puts us the same position ahead of West Ham. The same points difference between us and 5th. But I think if we win, that's top 4 in the bag. I think if we lose, we should be a little bit worried about top 4. Let me know your score predictions. I'm going with 1-0. I am a little bit concerned just because I don't want to be negative. We played brilliant against City. But I look at our team, I look at the injuries, I look at how we've sort of been playing lately. If you take out the City game, we've not created much. But, Fred and McTominay, basically, I don't know if they could take us to the next level. We're missing quality. We're playing Rashford injured. I'm just hoping Luke Shaw has another masterclass. But let me know your thoughts, of course, in the stream. Chat. Mustafa says Souček and Rice will dominate McFred. Yeah, I agree. I think the midfield is worrying. Souček and Rice could mark Fernandes out of the game, dominate McFred, and there's no creativity unless we get a lucky goal, penalty. hit them on the counter-attack. And although we scored a lot of goals, a lot of it has been moments of magic. We don't create much. Since Pogba's gone, our whole source of creativity is Bruno Fernandes, and for me, that's not good. It's good there's no more games on Sky Box Office. It is. I never actually paid for it, to be fair. I just did an illegal stream, but we don't tell anyone that. But yeah, that's really good. I hope we go for Rice in the summer. Yeah. Well, I don't really care who we get. Well, I do actually. I don't want to get bloody. I don't actually really. I don't want to get Fernandinho because he's nearly finished at City. But I hope we get a CDM. That's what I'm saying. If we can get a young, up and coming or Premier League proven CDM, even if it's Basuma who could be cheaper if Brighton go down. Even someone even spoke about Sander Berge, and I'm like, Sheffield United are going to get relegated, and see we spend all our budget on Jadon Sancho. I just want a CDM that is going to do a better job than Fred and McTominay in the CDM role, and I don't think that's hard. I'm not trying to disrespect Fred and McTominay, but they're not CDMs. And the midfield is worrying. I agree with Rafa. Steve said it's good that no. Yeah, I've read Steve's comment. Sorry. Mohan says Johnson is very good. He is tricky and holds the ball well. That'd be interesting to see. I've not actually watched Johnson play. Steve's going for a 0-0. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if it's another 0-0. And we don't need Rice. He's overrated. I don't think Rice is overrated. I used to think Rice was overrated. I think if you'd asked me about Rice a year ago, I'd say, oh, I'm not sure he's English. But in the last year when I've watched Rice play, he's actually been really good. So like this time last year, I wouldn't have taken Rice. Whereas I think right now, I'd take Rice. But it'll be interesting to see how Rice does today. What's your prediction for this one? I think my prediction's 1-1. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worried about this game. I really hope it's an exciting game. I really hope it surprises us. But we've got a lot of injuries. We've not been playing great. But you know what? For me, as long as we don't lose, like I don't want to draw. Like obviously I don't want to draw. I want to win. But for me, as long as we don't lose, I think a loss would put us in a dangerous position. And if we could get players like Skolskis and Vidic, that'd be great. That'd be bloody brilliant. Get them out of retirement. United should go to Kessie. Kessie was man of the match against Milan. I do agree with Mustafa. Manuel says, I hope Rashford is not playing with an injury. I think he could have come on second half. You know, Rashford came on second half against West Ham at their London stadium. And Rashford and Bruno had this massive impact. And, you know, we scored 3 goals in the second half. So maybe we should have kept Rashford on for the second half. But I think they just dosed out of painkillers. And hopefully he doesn't get an injury, make his injury worse, and Rashford has a good game. But if Rashford has a bad game, that's on Ollie because we know he's playing with a little injury. I understand why Ollie's done it. He's scared, but you know we've got the Milan game coming up. I would have saved Rashford for that personally, but you know we'll see. You know it could go in Ollie's favour, it could not. 2-1 Bruno penalty 94th minute. You know what? That would be brilliant just because it would piss off rival fans so much. Going positive again. We win 2-0. Ash, you know what? I really hope you're right. I really hope we win 2-0. That positivity is good. I'm still going 1-0, but, you know, I might change my prediction at half-time. I'll do, like, a half-time prediction. But we do normally play better in the second half. I'm worried West Ham will get an early goal, because I think if we do go behind, we're screwed. There's no one on the bench. I don't think we're playing that confidently. Mustafa goes 1-0 West Ham. A lot of people think West Ham could get something. Mohan, my prediction's 1-0. And I hope you're wrong. I don't want to draw against Moyes. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win. What I'm going to do is, well, kick-off is in 1 minute. They're just showing the teams on the screen. What I do is I'll go back to full screen here. That's the team at the bottom if you want to look at the teams. I've just gone off the thingy-majiggy. But yeah, remember to get chats in. Remember also, guys, hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video. If you're a Man United fan or just a fan that likes listening to me talk about Man United, subscribe because after this video I'll still be doing that post-match reaction and things. You've got to remember that. So, you know, that's always worth staying tuned for. Let me move this a little bit closer. I feel really weird. And then we'll move a little bit this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the score up there, by the way, guys, in a minute. But it's the setup all right. I've had some problems with my camera focusing and my mic, so let me know if there's something wrong with that. But they're just showing the West Ham game on the screen. As always, I'll be like 40 seconds behind you guys. So I won't look at the chat if we're on an attack, if there's a VAR call, if there's a penalty. So try not to spoil it in the chat, but I know it's tempting because you're just in the moment, you're like, go, score. But because I am watching upstairs in my room, I'm on like the app. I'm not on the actual thing. So, am I too high there? No, I'm not. I'm not on the actual thing, so I'm sometimes a little bit behind. Just a warning to you guys. Lingardinho not playing. Lingard's on loan. So in the Premier League, we have this rule: when we send a player out on loan, they can't play against us. Savage. That's why Lingard's not playing. And West Ham getting the first win at Old Trafford in 20 years. Have they not won at Old Trafford in 20 years? That's mad. I know they beat us a few times at Upton Park. I think West Ham was the reason a few years ago we didn't get top 4 under Louis van Gaal, because we only lost top 4 under Louis van Gaal on goal difference, I believe. to City that year, and it was because Martial had a banging game, and then we were like 2-1 up, and then I think we lost 3-2, and it was the last ever game at Upton Park. So West Ham basically were the reason we didn't get top 4 a few years ago. So hopefully they don't do that to us again. But, you know, they haven't won Old Trafford in a while, apparently. I didn't realise that. And Andy says, hi, Alice. Wow, just saw Lamella's goal. Come on, United. I haven't seen Lamella's goal. I will look at it. I will look at the Spurs highlight after this. I didn't see Lamella's goal, but everyone is talking about it. Apparently it was some kind of Rabona goal of the season. I mean, he got sent off, though, which is, for me as a United fan, Lamella getting sent off is karma because he got Martial sent off. But the kickoff is literally the second. As always, guys, I'm about 40 seconds behind. And Diego says, evening, good luck tonight. Please beat West Ham. I hope we beat West Ham. Diego hates them. And hi, Alice, good to see you. Love you. Thank you. All right, we're live. Kickoff has just happened. I'll be looking at the game. I'll be reading your comments. Get your thoughts in down below. And Lindelof and Maguire at the back, guys. So can you see a clean sheet? I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. That's why I've gone 1-0 and not 0-0. Because Lindelof and Maguire, unless we sit and play like Burnley, we never keep a clean sheet with them. West Ham have an early throw on. I know what I was meant to do. I haven't got the bloody timer up, have I? I literally am sitting here and I'm like, I don't even have the timer up. So application, let me share my timer with you guys. Well, the time is not up. Sweet. Okay. Oh. There we go. That's better, guys. Is everything okay with the screen, the mic, the camera? Just let me know if there's any problems. I feel like my camera is not focusing. No, is that focus? I feel like that's okay. Okay. That should be focused. Steve says West Ham beat Man United at Old Trafford in 2007. Tevez scored to keep them up. Man United had already won the title. You know what? I remember that. I was only 6, but I actually remember that. And someone asked me what was my earliest Manchester United memory, and the thing is I don't know because I have loads of early memories, but I couldn't tell you what the first was. Like I remember the Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez days. I couldn't tell you what my earliest United memory was. I remember losing to Leeds in an FA Cup game, but I feel like that was like 2009 or something. Everything okay? Good. As always, I am 1 minute and 50 seconds in. West Ham got an early corner, I think. So yeah, I don't know. You guys might be a little bit ahead of me, but West Ham got an early corner. Let's see what they do. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe down below. Maguire's tumbled one of the West Ham players over, but I don't think there's anything in that. Just want to get bloody early penalty. Thing is, West Ham didn't get any penalties. Lingard comes, wins some 2 penalties. United just know how to win penalties. Why can't you show the game? My channel will get terminated, and I get a copyright strike, and I get in trouble. But there's lots of ways to watch the game, which I can't tell you, but there's lots of ways to. But if you stay in the watch long, I basically commentate on the game, answer your questions, tell you what's going on and stuff. But I'd love to show people the game. And also feel free to subscribe because obviously after this match is my post-match reaction. I'll be doing a tier list video. The international break's coming up. So I've got a lot of videos planned United themed. I want to do some tier lists, potential Man United lineup for next season, some tactical videos, and obviously any updating transfer news. So make sure you stay subscribed because obviously I've only got a few more games to the international break. I might do a watch along to the England games on my second channel, but I don't know. I don't really like watching England. I get bored. Favourite United player growing up, Alice? Honestly, it had to be Ronaldo. I was in love with Ronaldo. Like I even had a Portugal shirt with Ronaldo 7 on. I was like, as a kid, I was just in love with Ronaldo. I was. But yeah, Man United on the attack. Luke Shaw and Fabianski saves. It's a good little tap from United there. I think that was Greenwood, but I think Luke Shaw. He's our left back, but he's really key at the moment, and he's involved in a lot attacking-wise. Greenwood tries to get good contact with the ball. Greenwood scored against West Ham, obviously. It's his only Premier League goal this season's against West Ham. I think Greenwood's been a bit unlucky. Like, he's had a few good games, but he hasn't got a goal or assist, and he's been a victim of us not creating much. Dan James wins the ball back in a really good position. And the one thing about Dan James is he always, like, does a shift. Like, he's not the best player. He always sort of just puts in a shift. My TV screen has gone so blurry, guys. I can't even see it. My signal is so bad. I mean, I would show you, but I would show you my screen to show you how blurry it is right now. But for some reason, I've got really bad signal. But if I do that, then I will get banned. Also, I've got a low Wi-Fi thing. I think my Wi-Fi is playing up. So if I'm laggy, any problems, just put it in the chat because I know my Wi-Fi has been playing up today. So I'm really sorry about that. But we are over 4 minutes in. Rice looks in a bit of pain. I mean, look, I don't want Rice to get injured. I like Declan Rice, but if Rice comes off injured, that's advantage United. Because I think Rice and Souček will dominate McTominay. I think there's not a foul by McTominay, but I think Rice definitely felt that tackle. But yeah, we're 4.5 minutes in. No, that's not a foul by McTominay. He won the ball. I think Rice just felt that tackle. As always, like, subscribe, share, get your comments in down below. I'll commentate on the game, read some of you guys' comments, and yeah. And if you have any video ideas, because obviously in the lives I can obviously see your comments more. If you have any video ideas, like United related or for the second channel, put them in. Antonio puts in a good cross. Lindelof gets it away. Get it to James. Lindelof gets it to James. He's going to run up the pitch. Good job, James. Holds him off. Gets it to Bruno. Bruno kicks it up the pitch to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw and Bruno, I think, are our two most key players at the moment. Gets it to Fred. Oh no, Fred on the ball. Passes backward. No. Fred's still got the ball. Passes backwards. Bruno on the ball. Wan-Bissaka on the ball. I hope we actually go and attack West Ham and play on the front foot. I hope it's not negative football. Wan-Bissaka gets the ball away. Antonio pushes. Close space play is hilarious. Tellez in place of Dan James. Alice, could you do a Champions League final watch along? Yeah, I mean, if I do a Champions League final watch along, it'll probably be on my second channel, the one with Alice, because it's not Man United related. But I'd probably do a Champions League final watch along, unless I'm like not able to. I think yeah, I might do one for the FA Cup final and all of that. Hopefully United make it past the semi-final this year. I mean, I want us to win a trophy, but you know what? I'm just like, I want us to get past the semi-final. It's not even about winning the trophy. Well, it is about winning the trophy, but I'm just like, I want to get to a bloody final, so we're not semi-final first as well. Diego says, share the live stream on all platforms. If you're new, subscribe and set the notification. Yes, Diego. Yes, Diego. Listen to Diego. Diego's like my mod that's not a mod, because I haven't figured out how to do mods yet, Diego, and I will figure that out. But you can be like the mod that isn't technically a mod. So thank you, Diego. Because I'm just new to live streaming, so I'm a bit of a live streaming idiot and stuff. But over 6 minutes played, guys. It's 0-0. Hopefully it's not a 0-0 game. If it is, just ask me questions. Cresswell with a throw on and stuff. They boot it up. My big fear, Antonio has pace. Antonio behind Lindelof Maguire could cause us problems. But I think the West Ham is strong. The team is stronger, but they are missing a few key players as well. But I think they definitely have a stronger team. I think it's been January since Man United played in the FA Cup. It was 3-2 Liverpool. Yeah, we haven't played an FA Cup since January. We got Leicester next. We've been so unlucky with draws this season. Like RB Leipzig and PSG, the hardest Champions League group. We get knocked out the Champions League, and at the time we draw Real Sociedad, they're top of the Liga, so they're our hardest opponents at the time we draw them. Then at the time we draw AC Milan, they're second in Serie A, so they're the hardest opposition. So in the European competitions, we've got all the hardest draws, and basically in the FA Cup, we've had Liverpool, we've had Everton, I think, and now we've got Leicester, who obviously Liverpool, Everton and Leicester have all been top teams this season. Obviously Everton inconsistent. We've been so unlucky with draws, to be fair. Actually, it was February versus West Ham. Oh yeah, we did beat West Ham 1-0 in the FA Cup. I knew we beat them in a cup competition. That West Ham were really poor and disappointing. I mean, we weren't great in that 1-0 FA Cup game. That was probably the shittest game I've watched in a while. Like, worse than the Crystal Palace 0-0, just because I think we expected more with what FA Cup. We take risks. But when we played West Ham in the FA Cup, it was an awful game. Bruno kicks the ball on to Luke Shaw, though. I'm about 8.5 minutes in, by the way, guys. Rashford's got the ball in an attacking position. Plays it back to Luke Shaw, who's just brilliant at the moment. Luke Shaw drives in, puts in a good cross, finds no one. Falls to Wan-Bissaka. Can Wan-Bissaka put in a good cross? Probably not. You know what? I think Wan-Bissaka's not as bad as people make out going forward. Like, there's definitely areas of this game that's improved. Bruno plays a good ball to Fred. Back to Bruno. Man United have the ball in the West Ham's third. Once we lose it, I will look at the chat. But I don't want to look at the chat in case something happens, as you guys are slightly ahead. So remember to put your questions in. But when Man U attacking, I commentate. When it's just in the middle, I don't. McTominay gives the ball away to Noble. It was a crap pass by McTominay. But McTominay, for some reason, the thing with Bruno is Bruno will lose the ball trying to do this worldie of a pass to play like Rashford through, and McTominay will have the most simple pass, and they'll be like, "Oh, I've given it away." What are you guys saying? My team Rangers won the league last week, so if Man United could win it too, that would be class. Not over till it's over. I mean, look, if Man City go on a nightmare run to the end of the season and we win all our games, it's possible, but we don't look like winning all our games at the end of the season, and Man City don't really look like dropping points. And you know what? Man City team, I don't think is that much better than us. They just can rotate it every week because they're so much fitter. Like Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, Fernandes, and Maguire all four of them are in the top 5 of Premier League minutes played in all competitions. Only Yuri Tielemans gets into that top 5, showing that how much our players have played this season. So I just think we're like fitness as well. I think like we have a good team. I think that our fitness levels are starting to show. Gerrard seems to know how to manage. You know what? Gerrard's doing a really impressive job at Rangers. I hate to say it. I'd love to get Rangers in Europa League and knock them out, but we've got to focus on beating Milan first. But Gerrard's doing a brilliant job at Rangers. And you know what? Like I don't really follow the Scottish League, but I know Celtic have been quite dominant of it the last few years. So I'm quite happy that like someone else wins. Just like with the Bundesliga, I don't follow it strongly, but it's like sometimes I want Dortmund or Leverkusen to win the Bundesliga because it's a difference from Bayern. You know, I'd love someone that wasn't PSG to win the French league. It was really good when Monaco won it. For me, I always love it when someone different wins the league. So like even when Leicester won the Premier League, I think it was just nice because it was someone different. Obviously, like you don't want Arsenal winning it because obviously and Liverpool winning it because that would be different still. But like you know when someone like just an underdog kind of wins it, I just think it's nice. I wouldn't even care that much if Spurs won it. Well, not with Mourinho, but I mean, if Man U weren't going to win the Premier League, I'd give it to someone like Leicester again. I'll give it to Sheffield United. I feel sorry for them. Bruno's on the ball. Bruno puts in a good pass to Greenwood. Can't control it. Goes back to West Ham. To be fair to Manchester United, we have attacked quite a bit. And maybe we could play on the front foot. I mean, we haven't created anything clear-cut, but we are going forward. Also, how is the connection, guys? Because I've got this little thing on my Wi-Fi saying my Wi-Fi connection is low. So I'm really sorry if there's problems with connections. Messi says, Alice, what about City? Seems like they win all their next 3 or 4 leagues. I think the only person that can stop City in the next 3 years will be Chelsea, because I think they're the only one that can financially compete with them. But we don't have the ambitious owners like City and Chelsea. So either the Glazers are like, let's spend money, which is like a lot easier said than done. Our connection is fine, thanks Steve. But I think United, if we go into the summer transfer window and the Glazers, which they won't, but if they were like, okay, I'm going to spend 150 million, we're going to get a top CDM, we'll bring Jadon Sancho, and we'll get a quick centre back. Then I think United could challenge. I do. And maybe back at right back for Wan-Bissaka. But I think Chelsea are the only team that will challenge City in a few years, just because the way they run, they've got the money, they've got the ambitious owners. We are kind of like Arsenal's owners, right? Our owners only care about that top 4 revenue. As sad as it is, I'd love Man United to win the league and stuff. But we're in a position where we've got a young up-and-coming squad. We're improving each season. You know, we finished 3rd last year. It looks like we'll finish 2nd this year. So the next year you want to push for 1st. But to push for 1st, we have to improve our squad. And Man City could win the league by 20 points and spend another 150 million, whereas we could spend 6 million with the way we're run. So unfortunately, it could be an era where City do dominate because they're the only team that can. But I think Chelsea, you know, Roman Abramovich is very ambitious. They've got the money. I think Chelsea and City will be the 2 sort of teams pushing for it. Liverpool could, but I think Liverpool have got an excellent coach. But again, Liverpool don't have as much money as Chelsea and City. And I've just sort of moved my seat up there because I felt a little low. But hopefully we don't turn into a farmers league, because that would not be fun, especially to City, because like they're just like a nothing club. Like they're just a small club with money. So they've got a bit more about them. But yeah, we're about 14 minutes in, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the match so far. To be fair, West Ham haven't really tested us. And we've had a few attacks, but we've not really tested them yet. You know, I think this is a 1-0, 0-0, 1-1 game. I think both teams would probably be content with the point. And I think with Ollie, any team that's above 8th, he's quite happy drawing against. And I wish Ollie went into those games wanting to win, but he's quite happy to draw against. But for me, not losing is important. I want us to win, but not losing. Rangers against Man United would be great to watch. I still fancy United to win, though. I think we beat Rangers, But we're United. We can end City's 21-game winning streak and play brilliant. We can beat RB Leipzig 5-0, and then we'll lose to someone like Istanbul Başakşehir when they've got half their squad injured. Like, we just lose. Oh, that's an awful pass. Fred wins it back and he fouls them. But yeah, Risav says, who has been a nothing club for the last 7 years or so. Like, we haven't done much in the last 7 years, but I'd say like City don't have like the fans, that platform that United, Arsenal, and the other clubs have. So it's like when City win the league, no one cares. Like when Liverpool won the league, all us United fans were pissed off. We're like, we hate Liverpool. When we play Arsenal, it's a Twitter war. But with City, it's just like no one really cares that they dominate the league because they don't have that rivalry. I feel like. Man United's biggest rivals are Liverpool by a mile. Like, I'd rather lose to City than Liverpool. Like, we hate Liverpool, our biggest rivalry. Whereas I feel like City's biggest rival is United. That's what I mean by City and nothing club. Like, they've done well, they've achieved a lot, but it's just like they don't have that sort of history and fan base. So it's like when City win the league, no one cares as much. Like Arsenal fans all want City to win the league when we were first. When Man United were first, all the Arsenal fans are like, go on City, win the league, because they didn't want United to win it. Because they Arsenal have a big rivalry with United. But yeah, it's still 0-0, guys. Like, it could be a dead game, to be fair. I'm wearing my Manchester City jumper, as people call it. It's just a comfy jumper. Maybe I should get a red one, but it doesn't suit me that well. In summer, I'll wear my Man United shirt. I didn't buy this season's kit, but I brought last season's kit. But yeah, we've got 30 people in the stream, so if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Obviously subscribe because I'm amazing. You want Man United content, subscribe to me. Share, put stuff in the live chat, so we'll read out a lot of the live chat. West Ham are playing the ball around a bit, and we're about 16.5 minutes played. Not much has happened, but West Ham look. The thing is, West Ham's approach to this game is kind of like their approach in the FA Cup game so far. They haven't really attacked us. I say this, and they'll probably score in a minute. But West Ham have approached this game in the most attacking way either, to be fair. We'll just see where it goes. West Ham have got a bit of the ball. When I do worry that McTominay and McFred will get dominated by Rice and Suchet. But they put a good ball in behind, but they're not quick enough to deal with it. And Henderson runs out and clears it. This is just a jumper. No, it's not a City kit. Oh, no, it's a jumper, but it's the Man City colour, isn't it? Nothing to do with City, by the way. It's just a jumper that people call my Man City jumper to wind me up because it's the same colour. Like, if I had a red one, I call it people would call it my Liverpool jumper, even though United are red. I miss watching Ryan Giggs' Man United post-match interviews on YouTube. Not been for a long time. What a legend. I haven't seen him for a while, but I watched a really good video yesterday. I'm not sure. I think West Ham have a corner or something. A throw. West Ham have a throw on in a good position, but I was watching us in the dressing room after the 1999 win. Yesterday I was watching a video, but I think it came off my Twitter, and it's really good to watch the old days, and it's kind of sad as well, because our squad in 1999, and I wasn't even alive then, but like when COVID was on, they showed like repeats of things, and I watched the 1999 final, and we just had such a good. Oh my god. Henderson, West Ham put in a really good cross, and Henderson kind of dived and fell over his player, and I'm not really sure what happened, but that was a really weird one. Alice, who would you take, Haaland or Mbappe? People are going to criticise me for saying this. I'd take Mbappe just because I think Haaland at United will have the same problem Martial has, Greenwood has. I think Mbappe can play on the wings, Mbappe can play on the right, he's more flexible, he's pacey. I think Haaland, with our lack of service, could possibly. So there's a deflection, they're showing a repeat, and Henderson goes for the ball, and I think he takes out the West Ham player. He just does enough to get it away, but West Ham put in a really deadly cross, and it took me by surprise, to be fair. Steady start from both teams for me. Dan James is staying very high on United's right. Ollie playing him a wing-back tactic. Dan James always does his defensive work. He always does a defensive shift. I think Bowen took a knock from Henderson there, but good work from Henderson. I think he did let us down in the AC Milan game. He's having his chance. I think he'll want to take it. But yeah, I think nothing massive's happened, but I think both teams have approached this game in a pretty average way. Like, we haven't been good, but we haven't been dreadful. Like, when we played West Ham away from home, we were so bad until half time. we should have been like 3-0 down at half time. My prediction still remains at 1-1. I think we'll concede, but I think we'll score. Haven't seen much of Rashford this game though. I've not, so hopefully he'll be all okay on the injury front and stuff. But yeah, if there's any problems with the stream, as always, put it in the chat. Favourite United game, Alice? This season, I loved the Leeds game. I thought the Leeds game was brilliant to watch. I mean, the Southampton 9-0 was good, but it was 10 men. It was just a bit too one-sided in a way. I thought this season, my favourite game was the Leeds game. The 5-0 Leipzig win was brilliant as well. I mean, the 3-2 win over Southampton was just a good feeling. But overall, favourite United game overall? I don't know if you ask me that. I think when we beat City 3-2, that was brilliant. The comeback and the Pogba blue hair. But then we lost to West Brom the next week. Now, you know what? Rashford's Premier League debut versus Arsenal, that was a good game to watch. But I don't know about a favourite. I mean, I'd have to go, if I had to really think about my favourite, I'd have to go back to like the 2007 Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez era. My brain just is not focusing enough today. Luke Shaw puts a cross in, West Ham clear. I think it's going for a corner. No, it's staying on. He miskicks it. He manages to get it away and kick it up. I don't know. Comment, guys. Put in the chat your favourite ever football Man United game you've watched on TV or in the stadium. I would say Henderson does seem to own his area. I think De Gea is better at quick reaction saves, short distance saves, reflexes with his feet. But I think Henderson's better at throwing the ball out, kicking the ball out, running out of his area. I think, and dealing with the longer shots. But I think as a United keeper, someone was saying it the other day, United keeper, they don't have to face loads and loads of shots. They've just got to be concentrated for that one shot they face that they need to save. And Henderson, if he's tested a lot, he can make 10, 12 saves a game. But can he stay concentrated and make that one save when he needs it? And obviously he didn't do that versus Milan. So I have no preference between De Gea and Henderson. I just think whoever plays best. Luke Shaw puts an attack. And Manchester United, guys, we have a corner. Is that our first corner of the game? So we're about nearly 22 minutes in and we have a corner, guys, which is obviously good. Martial's debut was brilliant. Have a look at the chat after the corner in case we score from the corner, because I am about 40 seconds behind. And then I will read out your chat after the corner. But Luke Shaw is taking the corner. He's up there with Bruno for player of the season. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe down below. So Luke Shaw's about to take a corner for Manchester United. We've got some tall players in the box. McTominay, Maguire. Luke Shaw whips it in. Maguire gets his head on it, but doesn't do much. Man United get a head on it again. Dan James goes up, but he's not going to win it against Souček. Maguire still have it. We play it up in the air. Rashford gets the ball to Shaw on a good position on the left. Shaw whips in a brilliant cross, but there's no United men there to win it. It was a brilliant cross from Shaw, but no one from Manchester United there to win the ball. Back to Wan-Bissaka. For me, the best Man United game was versus Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and the worst has to be the Astana being the first English team to lose to a Kazakhstan team. The thing with the Astana game is we played our under 23s and like Lingard. So when we lost, I think people didn't actually display the context, and we got to give our under 23s game time. But yeah, Martial's debut was definitely up there, and that Bayern Munich game was brilliant. Actually, are you talking about which Bayern Munich game are you talking about though? The Champions League final. See, I wasn't alive in the Champions League final, but I've seen us have some good games against Bayern. So I remember this one game, and it's really far back in my memories, and you guys might know what I'm talking about. But like we went ahead against Bayern Munich, but then we ended up losing and getting knocked out. Like we were winning and we were so happy, and then we ended up losing and getting knocked out. Bruno's got the ball in a good area. Bruno gets it to Greenwood, gets back to Bruno, shot, gets deflected. Is that a handball in the box? And it goes to the goalkeeper. There was this Bayern Munich game that we were winning, but then they ended up knocking us out. And it wasn't like a final or anything, but it was in the Champions League, and I can't remember what it was. That was really early back in my memories, when it was on like Sky Sports. Because I'm born in 2000, so I was probably under 10 when that was. Alice, who do you think is a better footballer? Not work rate or passion, but overall footballer. Rashi, Greenwood, or Martial? Rank them 1, 2, 3. That's hard. I think Greenwood has the highest threshold because he's much younger than the others. So I'd put Greenwood in third for now. But if I'm talking potential and where they'd be in 5 years, I'd put Greenwood first. I think people won't be surprised. I think on his day, Martial's a better footballer than Rashford on his day. But Rashford has been better than Martial for the last 2 seasons, I think. I say Martial's a better number 9 than Rashford, but Rashford's a better winger. But I think I'll put Rashford first. I think, because yeah, I think I put Rashford first. Greenwood puts a good cross in. Rashford gets his head on it and completely misjudges it and should have done a lot better. That was we're over 24 minutes in, and I think that was Greenwood. We win the ball back in a good area. Fred. Bruno drives it forward, plays it to Greenwood, who's onside. Greenwood puts this brilliant cross in to Rashford. Rashford really should have done better with that. He really, really should have. This is the thing with Greenwood. Greenwood could have like 5 assists this season. I think it was the 2009 or 2010 Robin and Ribery scored from a corner, which knocked us out. Yeah, that was it. I remember that Champions League game, Aaron. Thanks for that. And Rashford was so close. I think Rashford had to get his head on it and at least hit the target. Cavani would finish that. We have to remember Rashford is playing with an injury. So I think if Rashford has a bad game, for me, it's not on Rashford, it's on Ollie. But Rashford is playing with an injury. But Rashford really should have hit the target at least. Is that Maguire down? Maguire's down injured. Hopefully he's okay. Is Bailly on the bench? I'm just going to have a look at the bench quickly. Eric, Bailly and Axel Tuanzebe on the bench. It's not the end of the world, but we don't want Maguire injured. You know, people hate Maguire, but we don't want any of our players injured, other than Phil Jones. Phil Jones being injured, I don't like. I'm just like, yay. Well, like, not for him, but you know. And yeah, Rashford shouldn't have missed that. Maguire's down on the floor with 25 minutes played, and I have to say, we haven't been too bad. Like, we haven't been good, but we've Greenwood putting a brilliant cross to Rashford. On another day, we could be 1-0 up. You know, we haven't been too defensive. We have got the ball forward. It's not been brilliant, but I think, you know, this 25 minutes in versus Inter Milan, we were saying we could be 1 or 2-0 down. I mean, AC Milan. 25 minutes in versus West Ham, and I think you're saying we could be 1-0 up. So you've got to look at it the positive way. But yeah, I think Cavani would have finished that, but Cavani's not fit. Cavani's not even on the bench. I don't think Maguire's going to carry on. He looks a bit concussed. Ollie's looking a bit concerned. Ollie will probably play him with concussion because he doesn't like to drop Maguire, but that's not a good idea. I mean, you've got Bailly and Tuanzebe on the bench. I think if Maguire's concussed, you know, you take the risk and you take it off. But yeah, and we've got over 30 people watching the live stream match reaction watch along, so please hit that like button. If you're new and you've never seen me before, if you subscribe, I upload daily Manchester United content. After this video, I'll be doing a match reaction and more to the game, which, you know, you should stay tuned for. I'm reacting to the match, which, you know, I think is a good thing. But yeah, Maguire coming off? If you've just joined as well, Rashford missed a really good chance. They're showing how Maguire got injured, and Antonio goes up, and I think he just whacks him in the face, or not on purpose, like accidentally, and Maguire took it one to the face, but I think he might continue. It's not to his head, it's sort of to his face. So I don't know if it is concussion, but I think, you know, they're one of those injuries that obviously the Premier League will take seriously. They do have that concussion rule. But Maguire is back on the pitch, so we'll see how he does. But it didn't look like, it wasn't sort of to his head, it was like to his nose. So I think he's just in a lot of pain because, like, when you hit your nose, it hurts. But Maguire is continuing as of now. And so are United. He's just headed the ball there, Maguire. So it can't be too bad. But Maguire's played through injuries. Maguire is a tough one, you know. Again, Cavani, apparently, this is the thing about Cavani, which I don't like. Apparently, Cavani got the okay to play, but he didn't think he was fit enough to play. So that's why Cavani's not on the bench. Whereas Rashford, if he gets the okay to play, no matter how he's feeling, he'll play. Whereas Cavani won't. And obviously, you know, you can understand from Cavani's perspective, he doesn't want to get injured again. He doesn't want to make it worse. Players like Rashford and Maguire and McTominay will play through an injury, which isn't always a good thing. But apparently Cavani could play, but he's not. But I've heard that. I think that was from the Mirror or like the Mail. So you know, I might not be talking facts here. But man, you put another good cross in, but there's no one there. And we are really missing the aerial threat of Cavani because Luke Shaw and Greenwood have put some brilliant crosses in, but there's just been no one there. You know, Greenwood's aerial presence isn't the best. You know, he's meant to improve that. Greenwood's got the ball in a good area though. Greenwood drives at them, he puts a ball in. Dan James just can't get it to Dan James, just behind Dan James there. Manchester United have a corner. What do you think of the overall game? Do United need to improve on? What do you think of the game overall? The game overall, we're half an hour in. I think, to be honest, we've looked more on the front foot, but it's been a pretty average game. It's not like we've been brilliant, but we've not been bad, I wouldn't say. But yeah, we've got a corner, so I'll look at the chat in a minute, but I think Luke Shaw's about to whip in a corner, but we don't win that. Rashford whips it back, but West Ham clear. Greenwood's looking to keep it on. But yeah, we don't. I think we do need a target man in the books, because Greenwood's not really a target man. Like people won't admit it, but I think we miss Martial's hold up play and stuff in these kind of games. Why is this such a weird angle? There we go. Luke Shaw puts another good cross in. He gets it to Greenwood. Great control by Greenwood. Puts in a good pass, and Fabianski holds it. But Man United come very close again, and we are knocking on West Ham's door again. Mason Greenwood has put in 2 really good crosses, and maybe you could say have an assist. Like here, he has the ball, does a bit of skill. Whacks it in, good from the goalkeeper, almost fell out to Dan James for a tap but didn't. But Mason Greenwood's put in a brilliant cross to Rashford about 5 minutes ago that Rashford should have done better with, and he almost got an assist, but I think Fabianski did well with that. But I think Greenwood's having a good game. He's playing as a striker, but he's been a massive threat on the cross, on the wing. Greenwood again with the shot. I think he's going out for a corner. Gets deflected. No, it doesn't. They keep it on. But I think Greenwood's probably been one of our better players. I'm just going to move my camera where, because it's kind of annoying me, the angle. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Feel free to put your thoughts in the chat. We've played over half an hour. I do think Man United look the most likely of scoring, but it's United, with our back line. Rashford with the shot, deflection, corner. With our back line, we always look like conceding. And again, Manchester United have a corner, and then I'll read out your comment, Diego, once we take this corners. Because whenever we have a corner and stuff, I don't look at the chat because we are 40 seconds. I don't want to spoil it because I'm about 40 seconds behind you guys, as I said. But United have a corner. I think Luke Shaw's going to take another corner. West Ham have been winning most of our corners. Luke Shaw's put a good delivery in, but our aerial presence hasn't been great. Lindelof goes up for it and just nowhere near the ball. The ball goes to Rashford again. Whenever they clear it, the ball goes to Rashford. Wan-Bissaka with a crap touch, but gets it to Rashford, who's kind of surrounded, gets it back to Wan-Bissaka. Luke Shaw's 3, no. Good pass to Greenwood, who I think is actually having a decent game, even though he hasn't much of the ball. Fernandes has got the ball in a good area. Fernandes likes to do something with the ball. He's passed it to Fred. Fred, is he going to pass it to McTominay? No, to Fred to Fernandes. Fernandes whips in a good cross. No one. Oh, Luke Shaw's on the end of it. Luke Shaw puts in a good cross. Oh, nearly falls to Rashford, but West Ham clear. Now West Ham are on the attack. I think it's Bowen against Wan-Bissaka. They tried to get it to Antonio, but he's offside. So we've had a few little good attacks and a few half chances, but I think we've looked all right. As a neutral, best Manchester United winning game was Oli scoring the winner against Bayern in 1999 CL final, and Sir Alex Ferguson won the treble, CL and FA Cup and the Premiership. I wish I was alive for that, but I heard it's been a season. No team has had a shot on target yet. We should have had at least 2 on target, to be fair. Look, fluffed it. McTominay's got the ball. Really good pass there from McTominay to Luke Shaw, to be fair to him. Rashford gets it back to Shaw. Shaw's looked quite lively in this game. Whenever he gets the ball, he wants to do something, just no one there. Maguire looks like he's going to drive forward. Passes it back to Fred. Fred passes it to Fernandes, who gets it to Shaw in a good area, who gets it to Rashford. Rashford's on the ball on the left, cuts in, gets it to Fernandes, gets it back to Shaw. Not the best pass there from Fernandes, but we still got the ball. We've just played it back to Maguire. We're playing it back. Fernandes gives the ball away but wins it back. And then West Ham break. West Ham on the attack. It's a 3v4. 3v3. Yeah, 3v4. Good pass there from Bowen to Rice, who miscontrols it. And Wan-Bissaka. I wonder who Lingard will be supporting today, because he's playing for West Ham, but he's a United lover. I wonder who he'll support. Rashford gets the ball in a good attacking area. Hopefully he's onside. Rashford is driving at number 5, who I think is Kufal. Rashford cuts in and falls over. Did he touch the ball with his hand there? Bruno gets the ball. Bruno plays it to McTominay. Have a shot. No. McTominay's got the ball on the edge of the box. Gets it to Fred. Don't shoot, Fred. Fred holds the ball for way too long. Should have passed it quicker. We play it into Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw makes a good run. Can he get a cross on? West Ham clear out. United putting pressure on. Rashford goes up. Maguire wins the ball back in a good area, but then loses it to West Ham. West Ham try and attack. It's much better from United with nearly 34 minutes in. Bruno has the ball. Bruno gets it to Greenwood. Greenwood in a really good position. I think he was just offside. Greenwood gets it to Fred. Don't shoot, Fred. Plays it to McTominay. McTominay has a shot. West Ham block. United play some really good football. Antonio has the ball and is holding it up well, though. They try and play Antonio in. Did that go off? Wan-Bissaka, well done. So that was a good attack. But yeah, it's not been the most interesting game. I've missed a few comments now. I need to scroll up. Do you think De Gea will go in the summer? We won't sell De Gea his wages. We won't get rid of him. Man United just don't look like they have ideas. But we're attacking a lot. We're putting pressure on. But yeah, I get what you mean, Steve. I think we've been the better team, but we have lacked ideas. We're a little bit too slow in the final third as well. But we have dominated. We've pressed. I think we've played all right. We have easily dominated the attacking possession. West Ham are playing deep. They are playing really deep. Alice, who do you think is the best football player ever? Do you agree with most pundits who say Messi? For me, the best player ever, I never watched Pele or like Maradona or all of that, so I'd say Ronaldo, because I think Ronaldo's won international trophies, unlike Messi. He's won in 3 leagues, and I have a bias to Ronaldo because I watched him a lot growing up. So for me, Ronaldo was the best of all time. Guileless says pretty dull so far. Yeah, look, you know, we've had some good moments, but I don't think it's been dull, but it's you know, we have lacked ideas in the final third, as I think someone said earlier. Man U starting to have most of the ball. We are starting to have most of the ball and start to dominate. Someone just put a load of cues in the chat. I did enjoy Man United Wolves game. United scored in Fergie time. Is that? Oh, the Fergie time. I know we played Wolves once and we won like 5-0. And that was a really good game to watch. That was when I think Nick McCarthy was in charge of Wolves. That was a while ago. Dan James puts pressure on the West Ham player high up the pitch. So about 36 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Man United have no answer for low blocks, says Solomon. And I agree. United have had attacks. We've got in the final third a lot. We put pressure on. We've created a few half chances, put a few good crosses in, but no one's been there. But we are struggling to break down West Ham's low block, and they've come with a very defensive approach, West Ham. I've got about 10 minutes to half time. I would like to go on a half time 1-0 up, because I think that West Ham haven't really done anything. I think that we haven't been brilliant, but we've been the better team. Great ball from Fernandes to Greenwood. Greenwood cuts in on his left. Greenwood shoots off the post. That was so close. God. That would have been a Greenwood goal and Fernandes assist, but I wanted to see as well. What a pass from Fernandes. Cuts in from Greenwood. The shot was inch perfect. It comes off. I think he just touches it. That's in McCarthy. It's Fabianski, and he knocks it onto the post. But Greenwood was so close to scoring. I said Greenwood, I think, has been our most dangerous player. I'll read out the comments after the corner. But Manchester United do have a corner. But Greenwood, great save from the West Ham keeper, came off the post, and that's United's closest chance of scoring. United have looked really good. But Luke Shaw with another corner. West Ham clear it away easily, and it goes out for United throw on. Greenwood playing his best game ever. I know, what a brilliant save. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm not a Man United fan, but I think Maguire is very underrated. He just gets mean for every mistake he makes. He's actually really good. Lindelof is very underrated as well, in my opinion. Now, I think Maguire, because of his £80 million price tag, people will say he's overrated. I think Maguire's a good centre-back. It's just that when him and Lindelof play together, they get exposed a lot because they lack of pace. You put Maguire next to Van Dijk, and people will probably say he's a really good player. You put Lindelof next to Van Dijk, and people will probably say Lindelof's a really good player. You put Maguire next to Bayern, he's a good player, but you put Maguire when he plays with Lindelof, isn't as good. And I think Maguire, is an over-mean player because his price. I don't think he's as bad as people like to make out, but I wouldn't say Maguire's brilliant. Luke Shaw is on it tonight. And yeah, I've been really impressed with Greenwood. He obviously was very close to scoring. Luke Shaw's had a good game. He's been on it, put some good crosses in. Greenwood's put 2 good crosses in. Rashford's had a quiet game, but I'm not going to go in on Rashford because he is injured. So if Rashford has a bad game for me, it's on Ollie. But we're starting to move the ball around better. We're on the attack. Fernandes looks like he wants to put a cross in. I mean, that ball from Fernandes and that cutting from Greenwood was so close. And I think Greenwood deserves a goal today. I think he started this first half really well. This is when Ollie takes him off at half time for no reason. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Man United are putting pressure on West Ham. We do look quite good. It looks like we want a goal before half time. But as someone said earlier, we do look like we're running out of ideas in the final third. McTominay gets it to Bruno in a good position. Bruno on the edge of the box plays it to Rashford. Come on, Rashford. Rashford headers it right into the arms of Fabianski. But another good chance. United have created a lot of half chances, and we are knocking on the door and putting pressure. And yeah, United should be 2 goals up. Put Maguire with Diaz and he'll be back in the stones. I do agree. And yeah, Rashford could have had 2 tonight, but yeah. You know what? It's hard to get power in that. But I think Rashford should have made connection with the Greenwood cross about 20 minutes earlier. West Ham attack, but it's a West Ham throw on. West Ham have been crap so far, let's be honest. Hopefully Fred's not injured because we don't want Matic on. Look, I'd rather have McFred than McTominay and Matic and McTominay and And just, I don't want Matic on at all unless Pogba's playing for me. What's wrong with Rashford? Rashford's got injured, but I think he's just on painkillers and playing through it. Man U can't keep wasting most chances. This will cost them. Yeah, we've had a lot of chances, to be fair. Nothing clear cut, but Greenwood hit the post. Greenwood put a brilliant cross to Rashford that you could have easily put away. Rashford's header, but there wasn't enough power, I think, for Rashford to score that. I think if he scored, it would have been a really good goal. We've had a few half chances, so yeah, I do think United have been the better team. And you know what, we've got about 6 minutes to half time, and we're nearly 40 minutes played. So hopefully we get a goal, but we do look like we're pushing for a goal for half time. I don't know if that's because West Ham are sitting back so deep and inviting pressure, but I think we have been the better team. Dana Roda says, I think Rashford is the best youngster in the Prem because I think Foden can be really good, but he's not that good recently and he's just kind of overrated. Look, I'm a big admirer of Foden, but Foden's a couple of years younger than Rashford, so he's more likely to be inconsistent. He doesn't get as much game time as Rashford. I think right now Rashford's a better player, but I think Foden has potential to be better. My TV just glitched, but Rashford just nutmegged someone and gave it away. West Ham on the attack, but they've got no one really up there with them. Well done, McTominay. Good tackle on Antonio. Antonio, get up. He didn't even foul you. He's still lying down. Do not stop the game because Antonio's lying over. He's going to get up in 30 seconds anyway. Bruno's on the ball. Man United starting to attack West Ham. Well, not attacking them. Man United, basically every Man United player is in West Ham's half. You know, we are playing a higher line than normal. It looks like we are actually going for the win. You know, we haven't been too defensive. We're just lacking creativity in the final third. But McTominay's playing it around to Lindelof. Lindelof's on the ball to Maguire. Play it forward. Stop passing it between. I swear if Maguire passes it to Lindelof. Okay, Maguire gets it to Shaw on the wing, but Shaw's got to pass it back. It's just been ran out. Fred, we've just got to move the ball a bit quicker. See, we're all in their half. Voice is going. We're all in their half, but we are moving the ball quite slowly. Wan-Bissaka has the ball. Fred, I will have a look at the chat in a minute, but United have got the ball in their half, and then I'll have a look at the chat once it goes out of play. Luke Shaw in a good position, cuts in. Maguire plays it to Shaw. Luke Shaw on the wing. And West Ham get it away. West Ham looking to attack. There's no one up there. I don't think they'll do anything. But what are you guys saying? Nah, Foden is not overrated. I don't think Foden's underrated. I think he's too young. I think he's a brilliant youngster. I saw him when he played against Liverpool. He was world class, but because he's young, he's bound to be inconsistent. I think that's what you've got to remember with Foden. Just because he has one bad game doesn't mean he's overrated because, you know, put a shift versus Liverpool. But, you know, you can maybe in a few years you might say he's overrated, but he's young, so I think he's consistent because I've seen him have some world-class games where he showed potential. But I would take Mount and Mouton over Foden at the Euros just because of their experience. Man United are on the attack, and then have a look at the chats. Man United Let's Go says, centre-back and CDM most important incomings this summer, but right wing can only see us getting one. Yeah, I think West Ham on the attack, but I think we need a centre-back, CDM, and right wing, but, you know, it's United. We never get what we want. We needed a right wing and a CDM last time. We didn't get them. And even a centre-back. Fred cannot be Brazilian. Literally. Well, that's your opinion, but I think Foden and Hudson are the best English talent. I probably am being biased. Greenwood's not been good this season, but I think Greenwood got 17 goals last season. And a lot of them are good goals outside the box. And I don't think Greenwood's having a good season. I don't think he's progressed from last season. But to get 17 goals in 2,500 minutes or something is really good. So that's why I think Greenwood's the best. Greenwood and Foden are the best English talents. But I think this year, Foden and Saka have been the most impressive. Can you put a mirror behind so we can see the game? If I was sitting the other side of my room, you'd actually probably be able to see it. But I'd get in a lot of trouble. I could get banned from YouTube, which wouldn't be good. Perhaps this is how Man U not won many home games because teams sit back. If West Ham have gone attack more, we might lose space. Yeah, I just think that I think we've been the better team. I think we've pressed them. I don't think we've played badly. It's just that we look out of ideas at the end. You know, we could have had a goal or two, you know, on another day. We've only had half chances and we haven't taken them. But yeah, I think we aren't good against low blocks. You know, we do need Pogba. We do need another creative player. We're relying too much on Bruno. Obviously played it into Greenwood, but to be honest, Greenwood did a lot of that himself. Bruno did a good forward quick pass, but Greenwood obviously kind of side hit the post. You know, Greenwood came close. Greenwood's put a cross in. I mean, Greenwood's been good. I'm basically licking Greenwood's arse right now, but he's not had much the ball. He's been good. Rashford's got the ball in an attacking position. Plays it back to Fred, though. Fred gets it to Bruno. Bruno's looking to drive forward, passes it to McTominay. Oh, he's going to probably give it away, isn't he? No, he gets it to Rashford, who's swarmed with West Ham players. Play the ball quickly, gets it to Wan-Bissaka, gets it to James, I'm assuming. Yep, to James. James running at them, put a cross in James. Gets it to Wan-Bissaka, who slips and loses the ball. Oh, he wins the ball, gets it to Rashford. McTominay plays it to Fred. Fred, play it quicker. Fred could literally have played it first time to Shaw and he passes it back. And that's the thing. As soon as we get the ball to Fred, he's slowing it down. We need to play the ball quicker when we're attacking. Luke Shaw's got the ball in attacking position. Puts in a decent ball to Rashford. Gets this to James. Try and win a penalty or something, James. Oh, I mean, to be honest, he was surrounded by players. Fred, pass it quickly. It takes 2 touch, 3 touch. Fred's just sitting there. Where do I go? Where do I go? That's the thing. Like, Luke Shaw's... Whenever Fred gets the ball, he stands there for 5 seconds. He slows us down. A crap pass from Maguire, that. Ball's in West Ham's court. I meant if West Ham were playing Man United at home, I think they would attack more. Yeah, I think when teams come to Old Trafford, they sit back more, understandably. Love your channel, Alice. Thanks, Aaron. Man, you need to do much the same in second half. I think we've been decent, but we're just running out of ideas in the final third. And I'd like Ahmed to come on, but I don't know what difference he'd make. Maybe because Rashford's not fully sharp. Maybe for James. I don't think James has done anything in this game. James really is not. Daniel James against low block never works. If we go 1-0 up and then West Ham go for an equaliser, then Dan James can be really good. But I can't see Dan James doing anything. But we got a minute to half time. Maybe Ahmed for Dan James, or if Rashford's injuries, he can't play. But we have been the better team. West Ham have been poor, but they're just sitting back. They're playing like Wolves. It's like playing Wolves and Burnley, this kind of game, where we just need to get something. Great ball from Bruno. No, it's a crap ball from Bruno. But I've been really disappointed in Fred this game because I think we've got to move. Every single one of our players is in West Ham's half for most of the game. Like, West Ham haven't really left their half. But Fred, when he gets the ball, I can see 2-3 passes he can make. I know Fred's not the best passer in the world, but he holds the ball. He goes, dun, 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 where do I go? Maguire. I don't know. Fred's winding me up a bit this game, to be honest. But this is when he scores a screamer. I've just messed up my hair. That looks awful. Oh well. But it's bad to blow the whistle for half time. And we'll go through the player ratings and all of that. So when we get to half time, put your half time thoughts in the chat. But we've got literally like 1 second to half time. Now play it quickly, Fred. 0-0 at half time. What a surprise! What a surprise! Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, it has been a dead half. I do agree with Jake. We've been a better team, but it really much reminds me of playing Burnley, of playing Wolves this season, where like we have been the dominant team, but we're not creating enough stuff. That I think honestly we're gonna have to rely on a Rashford moment magic or Bruno moment magic to do something, because we can't break them down. They're winning all the second balls, West Ham. Like, West Ham have barely left their half, but what has Daniel James done in this game? And Messi says, Jan James can't do anything against low block. Rashi can at least beat a man for pace and dribbling. Dan James has pace but still can't beat his man. I agree. I think it's not the type of game you want to chuck someone like Amad Diallo in, but the thing with volley is if we get to 60 minutes and it's still very much like this, we have a lot of ball, a lot of possession, we can't do anything with it. I think you've got to take Dan James off, because I don't think this is the game for Dan James. And yeah, Luke Shaw, I think, has been the most impressive player. I've been impressed with Greenwood as well. I mean, Fernandes has not had a bad game, but, he's not had much of the ball. I don't think Dan James has been great. I don't think Fred's had a great game, if you want my honest opinion. But we're going to look at the player stats and ratings for half time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to full screen and get the silly time off the screen. So bear with me a second. And we're going to go and I'm going to basically have a look at the player ratings and stuff. So who's your first half man of the match? I think Luke Shaw and Greenwood, you could say, have probably been the most impressive players in the first half. Now let's see what SofaScore rates everybody. Can you see that on my screen? Now they've given Rashford a bad game, and Fernandes. Yeah, Fernandes, Mason, and Shaw with 7.1, 7.2. For me, they have been Manchester United's most impressive players. I don't know what you guys think, but for me, I would agree that these guys have been our best players. And SofaScore agrees with me. I think they've been our 3 most impressive players in the first half. I mean, let me have a look at the stats. Greenwood, hasn't got obviously no goal on assist, but he's had a shot on target. He's won his dribbles. He's hit the woodwork. His passing's been pretty accurate. Greenwood's made 2 key passes, obviously the cross to Rashford. Fernandes, obviously 6 long balls this game. Fernandes has done everything he can, to be fair, but we're just relying on him for creativity. Fernandes has had a decent game. 3 key passes again from Fernandes. And obviously I think Luke Shaw's had a good game as well. I mean, look, decent pass accuracy, 2 key passes. Look, Greenwood and Shaw, 2 key passes. Fernandes, 3 key passes. They're the 3 that have been heavily involved in the game for Manchester United, and they're my 3 best players so far. I don't think West Ham have been particularly good. Declan Rice doing his job. I think defensively they've been decent, but West Ham have barely got out their own half. And we'll look at the stats, and obviously I'll look at you guys' thoughts in the chat and all of that. Rashford had a poor half. Look, he's not fit. I'm not going to even go on Rashford. It's on Ollie, but yeah, look, Rashford, yeah, no, he's not at his best half. But the thing with Rashford is he can play shit and score a goal. For me, I don't think Dan James has had a very good half. I mean, look, he's got 100% pass accuracy, and he's done a defensive shift, but he's offered nothing going forward. Like, he's not lost the ball, done anything wrong, but he's not offered much. For me, I've been very disappointed in Fred. I just think he's too slow on the ball. He's too scared to get it away. I just think he needs to be a bit quicker on the ball. I think McTominay's been the better of the 2, but again, he just doesn't offer any creativity. Maybe in the second half, Ollie will say to McTominay, play as a box-to-box, get forward, because I think maybe if McTominay gets forward a bit in the second half, like we're playing Leeds, it might help us a little bit. The defence haven't really put a foot wrong, but obviously put your thoughts in the chat. But if we look at the stats here on my screen, as you can see, look, West Ham with a 35% possession, they haven't even had a shot. Like, West Ham haven't even had a shot. Like, that's how defensive they're in. West Ham are fully parking the bus. And it's really, really frustrating because, like, we've been good, but we've run out of ideas. Like, we've not played bad, guys, but it's frustrating because, look, 8 shots to none, 2 shots on target to none, 2 shots off target, 4 block shots, no shots at all from West Ham. Look, we've had 1 big chance, we've missed a big chance. We've only created 1, goal scoring opportunity. But that, on another day we could be 1-0 up, and West Ham would have to attack us in the second half, and that's their game plan gone. So it's a little bit of a dead game, but I don't think we can rage because I don't think we've been bad. We just, we lack creativity, and again, we've been completely dominant of the ball. Like, we just really have, but there's just no one on the bench. Like, who would you guys bring on? You could say Ahmed for Dan James, but Dan James does his defensive shift. You could say Ahmed, but there's no one here that screams out, let's bring on. I don't know what you guys think, but I think we've been decent. Now I'm going to have a look at some of you guys. Is comments, Pogba is missed so much. Yeah, I think, this Pogba injury is doing my head in, because Pogba, we literally rely on Bruno for every bit of creativity that happens. We need another creative player. And the thing is, it's annoying, is the one time Pogba's injured, bloody Van der Beek's probably injured from back pain for sitting on the bench or something, but Van der Beek's injured as well, which really frustrates me. West Ham draw could be a set piece, United unlikely to score. The thing is, West Ham could be absolutely shit and come away with a 1-0 win from a silly set piece they get in the 80th minute because we lose concentration. That's how it's going to go. West Ham having to defend all the way back to the cheap seats. West Ham have not left their half. West Ham have not left their half. It's really frustrating. Prophet TV says, hello, United. Please support us to make the Great Manchester United channel in Uganda. And Dalaran says it's difficult to break low block teams. And Antonio looking for that one moment. That's the thing. I'm going to talk about Mohan's point in a second. But Antonio will very much be looking for that one moment, like Mohan said. Because West Ham have done nothing. West Ham have not even left their own half. You've got to remember that. They've done nothing. Now, we've had the attacks. We've had our chances. We've had 1 big chance. We haven't scored. We've not been our best. It's frustrating. But, we're attacking, we're getting forward and putting pressure on, but we just don't have creativity. Everything that's happened has gone through Bruno. Again, on Sky, they're showing the Greenwood. Oh, great save from the West Ham keeper. West Ham's keeper's probably been their best player, but Greenwood nearly scores. Greenwood could have a goal or assist on another day. That's the frustrating thing. We haven't created loads of clear-cut chances, but on another day, United could be 2-0 up, Greenwood goal and assist. But it's been really disappointing from West Ham. I think West Ham can only get better in the second half. And that's why I'm frustrated that we've gone in 0-0, because I think we needed a goal. And have we done, guys, do you think United have done enough to get a 1-0 goal? Do you feel confident that we're going to score in the second half? Because we're creating half chances, but I don't feel confident that United are going to score in the second half. I could see another 0-0. We are the 0-0 kings at the moment. You know, United aren't creating enough. That's the truth. We're not creating enough. We're not doing enough. And I think, we really miss Pogba. I think Van der Beek on for McTominay would have been a brilliant half-time sub, but Van der Beek's not on the bench. Dan James has no creativity. Dan James against low block is just someone doing your defensive work. You know, you got 2 CDMs against a low block. We are very much struggling, and I'm going to have a look at some of you guys' thoughts because we've got 5 minutes to the second half. Let me know what you say. King says, get Ahmad on at half time. Let's win this. Rashford doesn't look with it, to be fair. And that's not naughty for me. Maybe get Ahmad on at half time. You know, Antonio's running on that left channel between Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka is on a yellow card. Will be interesting. Wan-Bissaka got a yellow card. I did not know that. Tellers and Diallo on for the 70th minute more for me. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to lose this game, so I don't think Ollie's going to be too risky myself. But I think, you know, we get to the 65th minute, and it's more or less the same. I think you've got to put Ahmad off for James. Because I like Dan James, and he's a workhorse. He does a defensive shift. But Dan James, when you're winning, keep him on the pitch. But when you're losing and you're playing against a low-block team, you've got to take Dan James off, for me. And I'd put McTominay as target man, Greenwood on the right, Matic for James. Interesting. I saw you on TikTok before. Yeah, I am on TikTok. We hit 50k followers on TikTok the other day, which is mad. For me, if I was only going to Solskjaer, this is what I'd do in the second half. I'd say, look, West Ham, they're playing like Burnley, they're playing like Wolves. Rashford, Bruno, you've either got to put in a moment of magic or McTominay. And remember that Leeds game? Remember that Southampton game where you played as a box-to-box and Fred held on his own? Do that, Scotty. I think that's what Ollie's got to do, and that's my really crap Ollie impression. But I think either McTominay's got to push forward as a box-to-box midfielder, and I think Ollie should tell McTominay to do that in the second half. Because when we played West Ham last month at Old Trafford and we went into extra time and it was 0-0, and West Ham were parking the bus, very similar to how they played in the FA Cup against us, McTominay in extra time came forward as a box-to-box, and United played well. Don't get me wrong. In extra time, we actually played well. The first 90 minutes was crap, but in extra time, we played well against West Ham in the FA Cup. And that's because McTominay got forward as a box-to-box. And McTominay's his best as a box-to-box. So I'd say at half-time, you know, maybe think about Ahmad for James, but maybe wait to the 60th minute. But I'd say get Scotty forward. Get Scotty. Voice is going. Get Scotty as a box-to-box. People say McTominay the target man. That's Mourinho tactics. Yeah, it is. Now, but McTominay, I think, should do that Pogba role, get forward. I know McTominay can't create much, but when McTominay gets forward and makes those runs into the box, we know he can shoot from distance. He gives the West Ham players nothing to deal with. He's not a player out there to support, and, you know, Fred can very much sit back on his own. As soon as we make further attacking sub, West Ham will bloody nick it. West Ham been crap. Crap game. West Ham part of the bus. We've been a better team, but, you know, we haven't taken our chances. Have we created enough, you could say? I think getting McTominay forward as a box-to-box, maybe Diallo off the bench. I think that's all we can do, to be fair. And I hope we win, hope we create more. We come close a bit. I'm just gonna... I've got a second glass here because I always drink my whole glass before the stream ends. And my voice is gonna like weird, so I just thought that. The coaching staff was telling Fred to get back and free up McTominay, but he ignored them. Well, hopefully at half-time, that's what they do, because obviously we saw that in extra time versus West Ham. So, my score predictions, I went 1-0. I went 1-0 45 minutes ago before the half. I'm going to stick with 1-0. I just think West Ham will fucking nick a goal. Lindelof and Maguire are always a reliability. You can't guarantee we'll keep a clean sheet. The thing is, in this game, it's 0-0, 1-0, or 1-0 written all over it. If this game ends like 3-2 or something, I'll be very surprised. Who needs to win more, West Ham or United? United just need not to lose. I think if United draw, they're still pretty much safe at top 4 because Chelsea drop points, Spurs drop points, Everton drop points. But I think United will want second. I think West Ham, if they really want to get top 4, have got to win this game. So maybe West Ham need it more. But because, you know, the league is cities. But I want to win. Like, I don't want to draw to West Ham. I don't want to sit through another bloody 0-0. Get your water. West Ham are playing bad. That's the thing. West Ham are full on playing how Wolves play against us, playing how Burnley play against us, parking the bus, and you never know, they might nick it. But Lindelof's done well, to be fair. Lindelof and Maguire haven't put a foot wrong, but they haven't been tested. Tell me something that Lindelof, Maguire, and Dino have had to really do. I mean, Wan-Bissaka could maybe get forward a bit more. I think Wan-Bissaka's been all right, but he's been like a 6 out of 10. Maybe we could get Wan-Bissaka forward a bit more, but like he doesn't have the attacking abilities of Luke Shaw. I just think the only thing we can do is Ahmed for James on the bench, and as I said earlier, play McTominay as a box-to-box because 0-0 at Old Trafford the last time we played West Ham in the FA Cup last month. Crap, boring game. We were the better team. West Ham put the bus. McTominay plays as a box-to-box in extra time. We get a goal. Play well. So I think that's what Ollie has to do. And if Ollie doesn't do that, I'd be shocked. Ollie's the type of guy that will make no subs. Will have the squad onto the 90th minute, and he'll be happy with a 0-0 draw. He'd go, we clapped a clean sheet. But yeah, my prediction is a 1-0 win for Man United. Has a stronger bench for me. The thing is, when we play Burnley or when we play Wolves, we won 1-0 by a moment of magic. So you know what? Going 1-0, Rashford screamer, Bruno screamer, obviously no Pogba. Going a 1-0 win for Manchester United is very understandable. I agree with you, Diego. You know what? I think if McTominay plays as a box-to-box and gets forward, a 1-0 nick and win for United. But I think, whoever scores could win this game, for sure. I think Van der Beek would be brilliant for this game, which is really, really disappointing. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go very similar to you there, Diego. I think, my prediction was 1-1, but I think United could win this 1-0 because like Burnley game, like Wolves game, we went into half-time 0-0, probably been the better team, and we nicked it 1-0 for a moment of magic. Rashford's not with it, so we are basically going to rely. We're basically relying today on a Bruno Fernandes moment of magic. Like let's not lie to ourselves. We basically are relying today on a Bruno Fernandes moment of magic, for sure. But hopefully we can nick a win. But I'm just going to put my banner back like that for this because the second half is going to kick off in about 30 seconds. They're just doing the final advert before the second half. Hoping Ahmed for DJ and Ahmed Screamer. You know what? If Amad Diallo comes on for a screamer, I'd be happy. Yeah, I reckon 1-0 PP positive, guys. I mean, West Ham don't look like scoring. West Ham don't even look like having a shot. West Ham have not had a shot, which means they can't get any worse in the second half, which I guess is worrying. But, West Ham haven't done anything. So, I could see us going 1-0 up and then bottling it and making it 1-0, or us going 1-0 up for a moment of magic. We've created chances, to be fair, but not chances. I think we should not overextend our arm. We have had chances, but West Ham have come out a better second half team. Yeah, I do agree with you there. West Ham will probably be better in the second half. Yeah. I want to win, but I don't mind a draw. I don't. The worst case scenario is we lose, which is a very obvious thing to say. If we lose, there's a little bit of doubts and pressure on top four. You've still got Wolves to play, which is always an annoying game. You've still got Burnley to play. You've still got Fulham to play. All three of them have been tight games for us this season. Got Liverpool and Tottenham still to play, and 4 other teams that I think are like Brighton. Brighton have been playing quite well. They just don't get the results they want. I think other than that, I'm trying to think who we haven't played twice this season. I don't know, so like 3 other teams. But yeah, James doesn't suit this kind of game. I agree with Emmanuel. I just think James struggles against level. If we go 1-0 up, I think it'll be a good game for James. But James is a player, when you're winning, he's good because he's, they leave space in behind. James is good. He does his defensive duty. So when you're 1-0 up, you need that defensive duty. But yeah, I think 1-0 because I think that Rashford and Dawson will score. Well, I'll hold you to that. And second half is literally about to kick off now. And the back four are locking West Ham into the half, to be fair, giving Bruno opportunities. Yeah, we've played a high line, to be fair. We have got, West Ham have not even played anyone up front, but we've got literally no one up front. But we have played a high line, to be fair. Be interesting to see what changes in the second half, see what Ollie does. But I think Ollie will look at the game and go, we can win this, to be fair. So hopefully not too negative in the second half. But I don't think we've been that negative. I want Dawson to score in my fantasy team. Well, I don't want Dawson to score. I want Luke Shaw and Bruno in my fantasy team. So clean sheet and Bruno getting a goal or assist would be nice. Or a penalty. Because they're in my fantasy team. Bad touch from Greenwood. So yeah, 46 minutes in, West Ham on the ball. West Ham can't be any worse in the second half. That's the only negative you have to say. Can West Ham get any worse in the second half? Remember to put your thoughts in the chat. And obviously, guys, hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe down below for Alice Talks Football watch-alongs. I react to Manchester United games. And after the Manchester United games, I do match previews, match reactions, and transfer news. It's a Manchester United fan channel. So, yeah, you might as well subscribe. See my opinion, because I'm amazing. Share this video, give it a like, all of that stuff. But the second half has just kicked off. I've got Bruno, Shaw, and Cresswell. I've got Cresswell as well in my fantasy team, actually. Or did I sub him out? I think I subbed Cresswell out for Target this week. I have to check that. But Cresswell is always around my fantasy team. I had Cresswell on the bench last week, so I forgot to change it. I'm pretty sure I got like 12 points last game week, which is annoying. Good cross from Danji's, but no one there. Okay, see, we put a few good crosses in across the 6-yard box, but no one's been there. Bremer put a good cross in. Rashford should have hit it and put a few good. But that was a really good ball from Daniel James. I mean, he should have looked up and seen that no one was there. But no one was there. I mean, Rashford's in an offside position, but I think that would have counted. Great passing. I mean, it's a really good cross, but there's no one there. And he should have probably seen that. Luke Shaw's been our most improved player this season by a mile. Only 3 likes needed for 50 likes, guys. Yeah, guys, there's like 40 of you in the stream right now. So you might as well just hit that like button so we can get to 50 likes. Because that would be awesome. So please hit that like button right now. Subscribe if you're new. Share this video and all of that stuff. But yeah, United versus West Ham as we head into... Bruno wins the ball in a good area, but he gets fouled. I hope Bruno's not injured. If Bruno's injured, that's not good. Surely United have got to score. Surely United have got to do something. Luke Shaw's got the ball. Passes it to Lindelof. Lindelof to McTominay. McTominay to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka drives forward, gets it to Greenwood, who overrun by West Ham players. And McTominay, clear foul on Antonio, because Antonio was basically going to skim McTominay. But McTominay's going to get a yellow for that. So it's a yellow card to McTominay. I don't think he had to do that, but maybe Antonio had him for pace. I think maybe McTominay could have made it. That's Diop. He just runs in front of Diop. I just think that was a pointless foul. It's Diop. What's Diop going to do? Run the whole pitch and score a goal. McTominay's got a yellow card. He's got to watch himself. Because I'll tell you what, McTominay and Fred are our best midfield two at the moment. Because you don't want Matic in there. You only want Matic in there if there's a Van der Beek or Pogba. You don't want Matic in there with Fred and McTominay because he does nothing. He does absolutely nothing. But yeah, guys, please, we're really close to 50 likes. So hit that like button, as Diego said. And subscribe to Alice Talks Football. Because my match reaction will be out after this match, remember. I'll do my post-match reaction. It could be a rant. It could be like, yay! It could be like, oh, no, 0-0. So, yeah, West Ham putting a bit of pressure on us, but United clear. United in the area to counter-attack. Fred, release it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Fred is driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts, this game. He takes shot. I know his passing accuracy was like 16% the other week. But he's taking so long to release the ball. I was talking about the first half. We had such a good counter-attack opportunity. And he just ran and he slowed it back and he let Moore get back. And he gives it away. He gives it away. Fred is doing my head in this game. He just is slowing down our attacks. He actually is. But McTominay has the ball. He passes it to Fred. Fred, pass quick. Okay, the thing is, I'd love Donny on for Fred right now. Because Donny very much does this one touch. Oh, Rashford to Shaw. Shaw with a good cross. Almost falls to Bruno, but West Ham clear. He's going to kick it off Bruno for a goal kick. No, it's not. What Man United throw him? Oh, I forgot. Oh, bloody hell. I wouldn't put Matic on. But I'd love Donny to play because when Fred has the ball, he's taking too many touches and slowing it down. Whereas Donny, whenever he gets the ball, it's one touch and play. Good pass from Fred there, though. Rashford to James, who's surrounded by West Ham players, to Rashford. Luke Shaw's behind him. He gets it through Bruno to McTominay. McTominay to Bruno. Bruno's on the ball. Bruno's going to want to shoot, I think. No, Bruno skins one. Tries to shoot, but there's 11 West Ham players in front of Bruno. They're so Burnley. They're playing like Burnley. I mean, they've got a similar colour kit to Burnley, so I think they're bloody Burnley today. Oh, they're so defensive. Lindelof's driving up the pitch a little bit. Gets it to Wan-Bissaka. I want to see McTominay get forward more. I don't want Fred getting forward because he's been crap every time he gets in the final third. Bruno's on the ball. Bruno's so deep. Gets it to Fred. Pass. Okay, good. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's running in a bit. He's going to pass to Fred, who's going to lose the ball, isn't he? No. He's got his play. It's Bruno. Good. Bruno's got the ball in a good area. Oh, Bruno tries to play a great pass, but he gives it away. West Ham on the attack. Rice got the ball, but there's no one up there for West Ham, to be fair. So they're no attacking threat. And they've just, West Ham's still on the ball. Noble plays it back. Boring West Ham. What the hell, Fred? I know. I don't know what is wrong with Fred. And Haaland to United. Haaland to United won't happen. United want Haaland. It's our dream, but he's not going to go to United because he just knows he'll get no service. He knows he can do better. And United really going to spend 90 million on a striker when we need a CDM so badly. We need a CDM, a right winger, and a centre back a lot more than a striker. The only reason our strikers haven't been that good this year is just got no bloody service. I just wish Van der Beek was on the bench. I would generally put Van der Beek on for Fred right now if I was Ollie, if Van der Beek was fit. I love Fred. I'm not a Fred hater, but he really does not do anything in the final third. Fred's good at defensive work. He's a good engine, but he doesn't offer anything in the final third. Nothing. And when he does, it'll be a Europa League game against Lars. Do you think Sancho will come to us? We're more likely to get Sancho than Haaland, I think, but we're more linked to Haaland. Sancho will come to United if United pay the money for him. Like, if United were willing to give Dortmund the money they want, we'll get Sancho. Greenwood with a good cross. Rashford! Oh! Kufal almost scored an own goal, but if Kufal didn't touch that, well, that would have fallen to Rashford for an open goal. Really good cross. Is that Greenwood again with a cross? Greenwood's put 2-3 really good crosses in. Greenwood's put 3 really good crosses in. But I think United have got a corner now. But I mean, look, if West Ham didn't clear that would go. That would have fallen to Rashford overall. Bruno with the corner though. Good delivery from Bruno. Goal! Who is that off? McTominay. I think it's off McTominay. Bruno assist for fantasy. McTominay, guys, has scored. It's 1-0. Manchester United. I mean, we deserve that. We deserve that. Scott McTominay, 53 minutes in. Let's go. Bruno with the assist, McTominay with goal. I was literally saying, it looks like a good delivery from Bruno. Falls to McTominay, goal. And I said, look, if McTominay gets forward, he's a threat. But, it's a set piece. He's going to get forward anyway. I think that's a McTominay goal. Is it going to go down as an own goal? Oh, I think it's an own goal. It hits. I think it's an own goal. But it's gone in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. Oh no, the West Ham fans not happy. I'm sorry. I mean, you kind of had it coming. West Ham. But that's 1-0 Manchester United. I'm pretty sure it's an own goal. But let's go. 1-0. Scott McTominay, own goal, whatever you want to call it. I hope it's not an own goal because I'll get my Bruno assist for fantasy points, but I think it is. So United are 1-0 up. I say we deserve the 1-0 lead. Now, Dan James could play really well for the next half an hour. That's the thing. United on the attack. We play it through. West Ham are going to leave space in behind. This is when Manchester United either completely bottle it and Lindelof and Maguire just get shithoused, or when West Ham leave too much space in behind and we score 2 or 3. We're now in a position where West Ham have got to attack us, and I think we are set up to counter-attack. So this will be good. But yeah, Manchester United are 1-0 up. Well-deserved goal from Scott McTominay from a corner. I'm going to check Twitter and see who's put the goal counts for. Is that... Because I'm just checking fantasy. Will that count as a Bruno assist? They haven't updated it yet. I'll go and check if that counts as a Bruno assist. But if you guys are on fantasy, let me know if they give Bruno the assist for that. But 1-0 Manchester United, 55 minutes played, deserved goal. I think it's just good that we're a goal up because I think West Ham now have to leave their own half. West Ham had not left their own half. West Ham haven't had a shot this game. Fred, good pass forward from Fred. Go on, Fred. Bruno's got the ball in a good area. Gets it to Rashford. Rashford on the attack. Rashford cuts in. Shoot, Rashford. Oh, he took way too long. He should have shot it quicker than that. We're starting to play well. We've come out much better in the second half. Daniel James has the ball. Daniel James plays it to Wan-Bissaka. To McTominay. To Fred. Fred gets the ball. Fred's going forward. So it's a good pass from Fred. Fred runs in the box. Corner. Goal kick. Dawson own goal. Negative points to me. Oh, now it's gone as a Dawson goal. We need a second goal to calm nerves, yeah. The thing with United is we've won so many games by 1 goal this season that, we're always going to the last 10 minutes no. Fantasy hasn't updated their Twitter, so I don't know if that's going to be. It looks like it's going to go down to Dawson own goal. I have Cresswell on my team, but I'm not sure if he's on the bench. But yeah, you might top of my scores, guys. I'm definitely sitting here a lot more happy because we're 1-0 up. I just was really worried it was going to be a Wolves or a Burnley where we're just getting frustrated because I do think we deserved the goal. And I do think, even though we haven't been amazing, I do think we've been okay today. You know, it's not the best Man United we've seen, but it's definitely not the worst. We definitely deserve to be a goal up because West Ham haven't left that off. But West Ham are playing the ball around really well. They might attack it. West Ham, Tony with the shot gets a deflection. Is it going to go for a corner? It goes for a West Ham corner. West Ham are going to start to go for it now. As Steve said in chat, West Ham are going to start to go for it and attack Manchester United. So we do need to be careful. You know, we know Maguire and Lindelof are very vulnerable. But we basically have 6 defenders with Fred sitting above Maguire and Lindelof. But West Ham have a corner. 57 minutes played. You know, West Ham haven't had a shot yet. And they're bound to have a shot. And knowing our luck, the one shot they have all game will be their goal. Oh, they put a stat on the screen. Most goals from set pieces this season is West Ham with 15. That's a great stat. Thanks. Probably Souček gets half of them. We clear it away. West Ham put in a good corner. We cleared it away. One of the West Ham players, I forgot his name, put a good cross in. It's going to go out for a goal kick. No, it's not. It's going to, Man United, they keep it in. No, it's gone out for a goal kick. Manchester United goal kick. But yeah, if you're new to the stream, please hit that like button, guys. It only takes a second, so hit that like button and subscribe to Alice Talks Football so you don't miss my match reaction video after this game and you don't miss my transfer news and more. Is Bailly injured or is on the bench? Bailly's got a little bit of a knock, but he's on the bench, so he's fit to play, but he plays Lindelof at weekends, Bailly on weekdays. All it takes is one mistake from Manchester United. Be very wary as they need to stay focused. I absolutely agree. United need to stay focused. We need to get second, to be fair. We do bottle a lot of leads. And Lanzini has a shot on him. He's coming on. Yeah. Was that Lanzini that, like, because West Ham were 3-0 down to Spurs and they won 3-0. Like, West Ham have the attacking capabilities to do something in this game if they attack us. You know, it's Spurs. They bottled a 3-0 lead to West Ham. Cresswell with the throw on. Oh, good play from West Ham to Dawson. They're trying to claim a penalty, but it didn't look anything was in it. He's not complaining too much. He doesn't look surprised at the rest of that. Nah. West Ham trying to get a penalty though, but it didn't look like anything was in it. Souček's going to be a threat. The thing is, West Ham are going to get forward now and be a threat, which is going to go 2 ways, as I said. Either they're going to leave so much space in behind, we're going to counter-attack them. James, Rashford, Greenwood are all of a sudden going to start scoring and having chances, or we're just going to bottle it. And I think it's all about going 2-0 up. Because if you go 2-0 up, I think we're fine. But, you know, if we go 1-0, it's back to West Ham parking the bus and we've got to then score another goal and break them down. We've been a little bit West Ham playing the high press. I don't get why West Ham didn't attack us and fancy them in this game. Because I think if they'd attacked us from the start, it'd be a very different game. But let's see. Manchester United on the ball. Greenwood is driving forward. Greenwood gets it to James. Good pass from James to Wan-Bissaka. Back to James. I think James will have a good game now. James puts in a decent cross. West Ham clears it, falling to Rashford. It goes to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gets it to Bruno, who plays it to Fred. Gets the ball to Bruno. Gets it to Maguire. West Ham all back in the half. We're all in West Ham. Normality restored. We're all in West Ham's half. Normality restored. But Tom and I on the ball. He's going to play it to Fred, isn't he? Yep, plays it to Fred. Fred pays it forward first time to Bruno, but he has to play it back. Every West Ham player is behind Bruno right now. Bruno plays in a good ball. Great touch by Wan-Bissaka to control it. Greenwood gets the ball. Is Greenwood going to have a shot? It's not. Greenwood's at a tough angle. Greenwood has a shot, gets blocked, falls to Wan-Bissaka. Bruno shot. Oh, what a save from the West Ham keeper. Bruno almost scored a brilliant goal from outside the box, but the West Ham keeper gets a hand on it to save it in. And I think Fabianski's denied Greenwood and Bruno goals. Fred gets the ball to Bruno again. Bruno plays it to Luke Shaw. United going for a second goal. Bruno came really close a second ago. Bruno again puts in a good cross. Doesn't quite fall to Daniel James. West Ham get it and they're able to clear it. But they get it to Antonio. And, oh no, West Ham on the attack. 2v2. Are United going to get done for pace? Maguire gets back just in time. Lindelof versus Antonio. Antonio cuts in and skins them. Crap defending. United get it away. Okay. Back to West Ham. Rice on the ball. Good cross from West Ham. Clear that, Lindelof. For a corner. Why is Rastafa saying no? Strong. Yeah, we came so close to making it 2-0. Great hand from Fabianski. Look at this. They're showing it again on TV. Greenwood plays. Wan-Bissaka plays it back to Fernandes. Great shot from Fernandes. Took a bit of deflection. That's because of the way it bounced in front of the keeper and the way it moved. That's a really good save because it literally bounces just in front of Fabianski. Mark Noble was coming off. But yeah, it could be 2-0 United. You know, if it wasn't for Fabianski, Greenwood and Fernandes could have had a goal today. Let me check the Fantasy League Twitter page now to see if they actually updated it, but I'm pretty sure now it's an own goal. It's gone down as an own goal, but Bruno could get points for the assist, which will be good. Bruno is a good shooter. Bruno came so close to making it 2-0. He almost got him behind there. But now we're 1-0 up. I think the game... Oh, no, after the Bruno miss. Good. I was really worried that you're like a minute ahead and there was the goal. The game has really opened up, so we could be in for a good last 30 minutes. I think now we're 1-0 up. West Ham have got attack. West Ham have got really good quality in that team, and it was really disappointing to see them play like Burnley for the whole first half, the whole first 50 minutes, because they have quality. So I think we could be in for a really good last 30 minutes. And I just hope we can get a second goal and make it 2-0. Because we win so many games by 1-goal margins, and it worries me a little bit. You know, with Maguire and Lindelof, there's always a mistake in United. I mean, Dean Henderson had one save to make in the last minute versus Milan. Didn't work. And I hope Ollie's learned from Milan. Just don't go and predict a 1-0 lead. Like, go for 2. You know, Jose did that against West Ham. You know, I just think we've got to go for 2. Only 34 likes needed for 100 likes, guys. Guys, please. There's 40 of you guys watching right now, so you might as well hit that like button, because some of you, I'm sure, haven't hit that like button. And just subscribe. It takes 2 seconds to like and subscribe. And if you want to see daily United content, subscribe. I do watch alongs to every Manchester United game at the moment. So, yeah. West Ham got the ball. We're over 63 minutes played, by the way. United have got a deserved 1-0 lead. You know, West Ham haven't really done much, to be fair. Oh, TV just glitched for a second. But, you know, Fernandes and Greenwood have come so close, but Fabianski's made some brilliant saves today. West Ham put in a good cross, though. It falls to number 20, I think it's Bowen. We get it cleared. West Ham are coming to attack us. West Ham, you know, they are starting to look dangerous. Oh! I mean, Bowen was offside, but Bowen got really good cross, I think, from Rice to Bowen, and Bowen almost curled it in to make it 1-0. And Man United have got to be careful. I can't sit here easy. I think, you know, if we get the ball and we counter-attack, fine. But Bowen's offside, but warning for United. West Ham have got a lot of quality and they're coming to attack us, so we do need to be careful. They might also put pressure on us and we're crap playing out from the back. So Greenwood gets it to Lindelof. Man United in possession, but we're just in our own half. Lindelof's just sort of playing it around. Henderson's going to boot up the pitch. Henderson got an assist, I think, versus West Ham last time when he booted up the pitch. And so West Ham, throw on. But yeah, everybody like this video. Subscribe if you're new. Feel free to share this video with your friends, you know, and also put your thoughts in the live chat. And if you're not watching live, then, I don't know, put your thoughts in the comments. But I feel like most people watch this live, to be fair, because it'd be a bit boring. We've got West Ham colours on today, very confusing. I am a Man United fan. This jumper's just comfy and warm. Ollie never going to be gone. I mean, if we win this game, they'll probably announce Ollie's new contract if this story from the Mirror is true. Well, I say wait to the end of the season. But I think if we win this game, top 4's done. Rashford looks like he's in. I think he's offside. He's going to play Bruno in. Bruno! Fabianski again. Fabianski, you know, it generally could be 2-0. I mean, I hope Bruno's not injured. But Fabianski's having a real good game, to be fair. Just reply to my sister, simply. Ollie's a good manager. I think Ollie is a good manager, and I think he's doing a decent job. But I don't know if Ollie can win his Premier League titles. And I also don't like his subs and his negativity. But we don't have the best team in the world. Would Pep win the league with this Manchester United side? That is my question to you guys. Do you think Pep would win the league with the Man United side? Because I think Ollie could win the league if he had the Man City side. Hi, Alice. How's it looking for us? You know what? We've played well. We created chance. If it wasn't for Fabianski, we could be 2, maybe 3-0 up. I think Rashford's had a quiet game, but I think Fernandes has been good. I think Luke Shaw's been good. I think Greenwood's been really good this game. You know, Fernandes and Greenwood were so close to scoring. West Ham have now started to attack us. It took them 55 minutes to do it, and they have looked a little bit dangerous in attack, but they are leaving space in behind for United counter-attacks. So, if, you know, the thing is, if they make it 1-0, they're going to sit and park the bus again, and it could be a frustrating end. But, you know, we've got to take advantage of West Ham attacking us and go out on a counter-attack and make it 2-0. And we got 69 likes, guys. Let's go. 69 likes. And subscribe. You know, if everyone watching now subscribes, because we're really close to 12k. As far as I'm aware, we're like 100 subscribers of 12k. So you might as well subscribe. Yeah, I just don't think Pep would win the league with this United side. But I think maybe Pep would get us playing a nicer style of football. And I think he would know to play Bailly with Maguire more. But yeah. Man United got the ball though. Made it 70. I don't think Pep could work with Edward Wood. The thing is with Pep, I think Pep's a great manager. He plays great football, but he got 2 £40 million plus defenders in the summer. Not 1, 2. He had Kyle Walker and he gets 50 million Cancelo. Just the money Pep gets, you know. I don't think Pep could do it at United. Like Fergie's the only manager in the world that I think could do it at United with Woodward. I generally do think that. Maybe I think Klopp would do a better job at United than Pep, because I think Klopp's used to doing it without the bench depth with less quality. You know, Klopp's used to. I generally think, you know, Klopp would do a better job than Pep. I mean, you know, I think Pep's a great manager, but like think of the money and the players and the depth that Pep has. That Manchester City squad should be winning the league. Look, the Liverpool first 11 is brilliant when they're all fit. But like Liverpool's bench compared to Manchester City's bench, and with matches being crammed together more than ever this season, you know, you look at that Man City squad and you go, look, if they're not near the top of the league, that's worrying. West Ham in the attack, Maguire clears. Yeah, wherever Pep goes, he gets loads of back in, and that's to me, you know. Apparently, I saw this stat, and it was like between like 2005 and 2012. United had like a negative net spend. So like, because obviously you got 80 million for Ronaldo, but we only spent like 20 million back. So Fergie went through like a 6-year period of a negative net spend. And in those 6 years, I think he won 4 Premier League titles. Pep could never. Ferguson is the best manager of all time, because, you know, he did it without the backing. And look, I think Pep this season obviously been better manager than Klopp, but I think overall, what Klopp's achieved at Liverpool was better than what Pep's achieved at City in a weird way, because Liverpool won their first Premier League title in 30 years. Like, they sold Coutinho. That's how they afforded the big money on Van Dijk. They haven't had a net spend near City's, and they won the Champions League. Pep's not won the Champions League at City yet. I still think Pep's a brilliant manager, and I think, you know, United could be like 6-7 points ahead. I don't think we'd win the league with Pep. I think we could be in a better position. I think we play a better brand of football, but for me, who do we have on the bench? I mean, attacking wise, Amad Diallo and Shola Shoretiri, and then the midfield we got Matic. I mean, Tuanzebe can play CDM, Williams, 2 goalkeepers, Tellez and Bailly. So yeah, but Sir Alex Ferguson had amazing players too. Sir Alex Ferguson had amazing players, but Sir Alex Ferguson won the league with Tom Cleverley and Danny Welbeck, and basically a Paul Scholes and a Ryan Giggs that were way past their best. You know, we've won the league with players like Sir Alex Ferguson won the league with clever. We've had some brilliant players. We've had some brilliant teams. But if you looked at our 2012-13 winning league, that's like Danny Welbeck, Tom Cleverley, Ashley Young. Like David De Gea was basically a kid then, as well. Like, we won the league with some pretty. Do you know what I mean? United on the attack again. McTominay gets it to Greenwood. Now we're 69 minutes in, nearly 70. And I hope we make it 2-0, because I do. West Ham have so much quality in that squad, guys. I do worry that they might show up in the last 10 minutes, and it could be in Everton. It could be a Milan. But slap a like button. Slap that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new. I just keep saying it every 10 minutes, because why not? I want to hit 12k subscribers. I'm like, we're just close. And Anderson, Cleverley and Anderson. Paul Scholes, who was well past his best. Ryan Giggs' final season, basically aging players. Like, we've got aging players like Matic and Mata. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine winning the league with Matic and Mata, Tom Cleverley, Ashley Young. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why Sir Alex Ferguson's the greatest. And McTominay plays it to Greenwood. Greenwood's had a good game. Plays it into Bruno. Has a poor touch. West Ham get it. Can West Ham get it away? Declan Rice on the ball. He plays it back to Dawson. He plays it to Souček, who kicks it all the way up to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gets the ball back into the feet of Fernandez. Rashford looks like he's making a run. Declan Rice has been decent today. Bruno gets it back to Maguire, back to Bruno. Manchester United basically all in West Ham's half. Fred is not sure what he's doing. He's giving it to Lindelof. 71.5 minutes played. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. United have been the better team. West Ham only started playing since United scored. Greenwood gets the ball in a good position, cuts in, makes a run, nearly gets through. I think Greenwood or Fernandez definitely deserve a goal today. I think they've been really impressive. Vidic left Man United in that team in 2013. Van Persie was great first season with Fergie. Yeah, Fergie got the best out of Van Persie because the drop between the Man United team that won the league with Fergie and the Man United team with Moyes, I don't think Moyes is a bad manager, showed that Fergie got every last inch out of aging players like Vidic, Van Persie, because it was an old squad as well. And Sir Alex Ferguson is the GOAT. James says, hi, pal, love your streams. I'm doing a survey for university and I need people's opinion on whether or not they think Fake Taxi should do a live stream on Pornhub. What do you think? I don't have an opinion on that. I don't. I feel like, is that a joke or something? I'm not sure. What's Fake Taxi? Am I like? I'm probably being dense. I'm probably being really dense, James. But hit like button, guys. Maguire gets it away. West Ham are putting a little bit of pressure on us, so I do think we need to go for the thing. Yeah, Vidic played one season under Moyes, but he left in 2014. Like, Fergie got the last out of Vidic, Van Persie, Evra. Obviously, Scholes and Giggs for me. You know who I thought was a really good player, though, in a Van Gaal era was Carrick. I think Carrick was obviously past his best, but I always thought he was very important for us. A very underrated player. And I think right now we need a Michael Carrick. Imagine a prime Michael Carrick in the United squad. That would have been so nice. Shame we never got Van Persie sooner. Yeah. My favourite memory of Van Persie was Arsenal. He did the, what's it called? Arsenal had to, like, clap him. What's that called again? Well, not the walk of shame. What am I talking about? Oh, Dan James gets the ball in a good position. Man United on a 3v2. I swear if we fuck this up. Dan James to Bruno. He passes it behind Bruno. What a twat. We still got the ball, though. I mean, we were on a 3v2 and Dan James passes it behind Bruno. We still got the ball, though. Wan-Bissaka with the ball, running in. Bruno has a shot. Oh, it was a fun. Daniel James. Can we have a shout out to my best mate who's 30 today, Mike Hawks? I know what you're doing there, James. Alex Ferguson won 3 league titles with Aberdeen, beat Real Madrid in the UEFA Cup winners, beat Bayern Munich. I think that's why United went for Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson is brilliant. When Pep was asked if the greatest manager of all time, he said, I think Pep knows it's Sir Alex Ferguson. Berbatov was good. Yeah, Berbatov was good, but I think he was a little bit inconsistent. Guard of honour, that's the word. Another opportunity wasted on the counter-attack. Like, the thing is, we've actually created a few chances this game as well. You know, if it wasn't for Fabianski, Greenwood and Bruno could have won. We've wasted it on the counter-attack. If we drop points today, it will be our own fault for not taking our chances, I think. I think we've done enough to win this game. You know, I think, like, Milan, like, when we drew 1-1, I was like, I can't complain too much because we didn't play good. But as the guy said, another wasted opportunity. I think if we drop points, it will be our own fault. So I think we've done enough to win this game. I just think we need to put those chances in the back of the net. But yeah, Dan James on the ball again, driving forward. Like, this is good for Dan James when spacing behind. Gets it to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to Scotty. Scott's kind of just being, I don't know what Scott's doing. Scott. He just runs with the ball when he goes, let's pass it all the way back to Dino. And now we have to play out from the back again. I mean, what was the point in that? Well, Dean Henderson's just got the ball and he's just going to kick out the pitch and we're probably going to lose possession. Rashi missed a header in the first half, which sums up the game. I absolutely agree. And 17 minutes to see the game out. The thing is, I want us to go for a second goal because I just do not trust our defence enough. And West Ham got a lot of quality that they could make it 1-0. If I was United, I wouldn't sit out and go for a second goal. But 75 minutes in, guys, we haven't made a sub. Do you think we might as well give Amad Diallo a run? And the thing is, he won't take Dan James off now because he does his defensive role. So I don't think he'll put Amad Diallo on unless we go 2-3-0 up or Rashford just needs to come off. I think he could put Matic on soon, which I don't want to see, but He will. Because obviously versus Milan, as soon as you put Matic on, we just got so much shitter. Got to go for a second. Look what happened with Everton. Yeah, I agree. I don't think United can be defensive. I think we should go for a second. I think they're going to leave space in behind. It's just a weird question. Like, who do you bring on though? Because I think it sounds weird, but Rashford's not fully fit. Maybe you take Rashford off, but Rashford's our best player in the counter attack. Dan James will do the Dan James is good when you're 1-0 up. Now the obvious sub is Diallo for Dan James. But when you're 1-0 up, you know Dan James will do the defensive duty, and you know he's got the pace to get him behind and counter West Ham. So, like, I actually understand not taking Dan James off, even though he's not really had a good game. Just because he suits the system. Do you get what I mean? Like, he'll do his defensive duty. That was a bad tackle taker off. Yeah, I think Rashford's exhausted. West Ham put a good cross in. Handball by a West Ham player for sure there. Rashford just gets the ball. Man United ready to counter-attack. Rashford released to Greenwood. Rashford releases to Greenwood. Greenwood got the pace. It's Greenwood and Rashford versus 3. Greenwood's running. Greenwood goal! Post! Greenwood's hit the post again. Oh, Greenwood's been really good today, guys. Greenwood deserves a goal. Greenwood's been really good. Mason Greenwood hits the post again. United are so close. We deserve to be 2-0 up. Greenwood's hit the post twice. McCarthy made a brilliant save with Fernandes. Rashford missed the sitter. That was a brilliant counter-attack off the post. And it's 77 minutes gone, and it still remains 1-0 United. But it really should be 2-0. And look, if we draw 1-0, I'm really going to be sad because we've done more than enough to win this game. And, you know, to be fair to Greenwood, like, he hit the post. He couldn't have done anything better. Well, he could have scored. But he made a good run. He did well. But the Greenwood post, yeah. A good counter from United, but West Ham are going to attack us. Greenwood needs to finish. Look, he hit the post. He couldn't. He was so close to scoring, and the run he made and the turn, like, you know, Dan James would have probably just lost the ball. Man United have another counter attack. Fernandes plays it to Rashford. He plays it up to Fernandes. Greenwood's also faster than you think. Greenwood's nearly as fast as Rashford nowadays. Fernandes plays the ball to Lindelof to try and switch the play to McTominay, but McTominay starts to drive forward. There's a lot more space for Man United to attack. And what you're fucking doing? I don't know what Greenwood did there. He just fell asleep and has gone off for a West Ham thing. But this counter-attack's so good. And we did everything right. We just hit the post. Like, look how close Greenwood was to scoring. Like, he would have got it past the keeper. He was that close to scoring. And I understand why he's going to the near post. And, you know, maybe Greenwood has to finish that. But I think when you hit the post or it's a really good save from the keeper, sometimes you're just like, oh. But Man United are playing well. We are playing well, and I really hope we make it 2-0 because I just think we'll concede. My prediction was 1-0. God, I hope I'm wrong with my prediction now because they don't deserve a draw, West Ham. They've come at us a bit more, but they don't deserve to draw this game. They've been rubbish. But they have so much quality in their squad. They have just as much quality as us. No, they don't. They have less. But you know what I mean? They do have a lot of quality. Dan James gets skinned. Don't give away a penalty. Plays it back. Oh, no. Souček has a shot, but it blocks and it goes off for a throw. But West Ham are really putting pressure on United. Luke Shaw, I think, is giving away a foul. No foul. Man United player. Man United have got a counter attack. Bruno gets it in behind to Greenwood. Great touch from Greenwood, but he's got no one there. Someone make a run. He has to play it back to Bruno and slow it down. West Ham are getting numbers back. No one there running up for Greenwood, which is so annoying because he controlled that so well. Luke Shaw gets it to Lindelof. Lindelof plays it to McTominay. You know, West Ham all back in shape. To be fair, like, we've counter-attacked West Ham, but they have got back in shape quite quickly. Donny's injured. He's not even on the bench. Alice, West Ham could get an equaliser. They could. Like, I don't think they deserve it, but I think we need that second goal for security. I don't want Ollie to put Matic on us to sit back and invite pressure because that costed us versus Milan. Costed us versus Everton. Putting that Tuanzebe sub on, what was the point? Luke Shaw gets it to Fernandes in a good area. He gets it to Greenwood. He deserves a goal. Puts in a good pass to Rashford. I thought Greenwood should have shot there, to be honest. I think it was on a strong foot. Rashford with his step overs wins us a corner. Man United have got a corner. Rashford looks injured. Lanzini could get a screaming equaliser again. Oh, mate, I hope you're wrong. Bruno Fernandes has had the stinkiest breath in the league. Most mouthwashes penalty. We've got Bruno here in the chat. Bruno's played well today. He should have had a goal. He should have had an assist. If it wasn't for Fabianski playing well, we would have had a goal or an assist today. Wan-Bissaka. United definitely deserve a second goal. We've come close. I've been really impressed with us in the second half. I think we played quite well. Great ball from Bruno. No, it's not. It's a crap ball. Just finished the whole battle of peanut M&Ms. Bruno holding his knee. Rashford looks more injured than Bruno. Rashford's playing with an injury. I think maybe get Rashford off for Diallo. Rashford playing on injury. Do you want to play in the full 90 minutes? I mean, and like Rashford defensively, he doesn't. Well, yeah, actually, he got injured defensively versus City. I'm weird. I don't like peanut M&Ms. I don't really like peanut chocolate. I don't like Reese's either. Greenwood gets the ball. I think Greenwood's been really good today. I think Greenwood up there for my man of the match. Guys, who's your man of the match? Put in the chat who your man of the match is. I want to see, because I think Fernandes, Greenwood and Shaw have probably been my 3 best players. But I'm not talking my kindness score, but I don't think he's been man of the match for me. So comment below who is your man of the match. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this video. West Ham on the attack. Lanzini on the attack. Wait, if Lanzini scores, a screamer. Oh my god. West Ham have a corner. Shaw or Greenwood? Yeah, I think for me. Stream is behind Alice. It's 8-second min. I'm 80-second mins and 40 seconds in right now. Run. I mean, it's just United. This is when United concede. Set pieces. But yeah, because the thing is, I'm like 40 seconds behind on the TV, but then the stream is like 30 seconds behind, so it puts me like a minute behind. Alice, do you like Haribo 10 plastics? I do. Luke Shaw slips and gives the... No, he doesn't give the ball away. Man United on the attack. Greenwood gets it to Wan-Bissaka. Gets it to Daniel James. To Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's driving forward. Greenwood's on the ball. Man United deserve a second, I think. I hope we get a second. Could be another clean sheet. We've kept a lot of clean sheets lately, but I think that's because you're just playing like Fred and you're so defensive. And Maguire. Man United lose the ball. Lanzini could tackle Luke Shaw, but I think it's a goal kick. Needs to be quicker passing in West Ham's half from United. I agree. Maguire's had a good game, to be fair. He hasn't done anything wrong. Lingard not playing is our best management decision. I mean, Lingard couldn't play because of the loan rule. But yeah, I think, United just need to see out this game. Over 84 minutes played. Henderson takes a goal kick. Fernandes. Shaw. Hit that like button, by the way, guys. Well, we've got 5 minutes plus stoppages. Good from Daniel James. Good from Daniel James. Daniel James is still going. Now he's going to fuck up the pass, isn't he? Of course he is. It just does everything right, but his final ball is atrocious. He still gets it back, though. Greenwood gets it to Fred, who's going to slow it down and pass it back. No, he's not. Yes, no. Gets it to Shaw. Did slow it down a bit. Luke Shaw. Man United attack on the left. Rashford to Shaw. Back to Rashford. Rashford, you can tell, is just dead inside. Gets it to McTominay. Do not give the ball away stupidly this time, McTominay. Gets it to Greenwood, Wan-Bissaka. Play it to Dan James. Dan James on the ball. McTominay. Man United look like they could be going for a second, which is good. We haven't made a negative sub. Have we made any subs, guys? Because I feel like we should make a sub. Ollie with his subs is a weird one. Rashford gets it back to Lindelof. Gets it to McTominay. Gets it to Greenwood. Greenwood's driving. Greenwood's had a really good game. Daniel James. United look quite comfortable in possession. We're in West Ham. We're in the final. West Ham's attacking third. Daniel James. Everything that Daniel James puts across. Oh, spills by the keeper, but falls to West Ham player. Just one of those where it can fall to you, it can't. West Ham on the attack, though. They've got a few more men up there. Well done, McTominay. No, not well done. He loses it. West Ham getting a bit of an attack. Foul by McTominay. He's on a yellow. He's got to be careful, McTominay, there. He's got to be careful. And no, we've not made a sub yet. We've not made a sub. I love Rashford, but he's carrying an injury. I don't know playing full 90 minutes. I think it's silly. I'd have put the other one. I don't want to put Matic on, because I don't want to defend. I understand doing a defensive sub now, but I think you go for 2-0. You don't see out the lead because we've bottled it so many times. West Ham and set pieces, though. They've got a lot of players in the box. Wan-Bissaka, I think that's Antonio. Blocks. Henderson catches. And falls up. Okay. We've got 3 minutes plus stoppages, guys. Only 28 likes needed for 100. You might as well hit that like button. I'm on 72 likes, I'm guessing. So, guys, hit that like button. There's 30 people watching live right now. Some of you haven't hit that like button, so just do it. See if we can get 100 likes. Luke Shaw to Maguire. To McTominay. McTominay's running up the pitch. Manchester United on a not really a counter-attack. West Ham, look, it's the 87th minute and you're 1-0 down and they still had about 6 players behind the ball. Ollie never knows when to make subs. That is Ollie's biggest criticism, his just lack of risk-taking in subs. And I get, we have dominated the game, why change it? But you have subs for a reason because, fitness. West Ham will start to pressure us. With a big kick up the pitch. It's nice to see you finally doing watch-alongs, Alice. Thank you. Please, guys, if you're new, subscribe because obviously my match reaction will come up after this. How is that a foul? Oh, stupid Fred's going to know foul. Look, I think there's been positives and negatives to take from the game, and obviously the game isn't over yet. We could concede. But I do think, we've played quite well today. I think we haven't taken our chances, but I think Greenwood's been really impressive. But I think, again, it highlights the need for Pogba. I think Pogba would be good in this game. But we've got to defend this, We're 1-0 up, but you're never safe with United. West Ham have got nothing to lose, really, now. So they might really come and try and challenge our defence, which is crap, so. Maybe put Bailly on. That was crap from West Ham. Man United goal kick. So 30 people watching. Look, United have got about a minute and stoppages to play. It looked like it's going to be a 1-0 win United. I don't think West Ham have been very good today. I think most people will probably agree with me when I say that. Both Rashford and Rumours should not be going on international duty. Your Man U need them. Rashford definitely shouldn't. I don't think he should. Rashford's injured. I can't believe Rashford's played the full 90 minutes today. I understand, but then I don't. I think Bruno has been very impressive today. I know he hasn't got goal or assist technically because of the own goal, but Bruno's been good and Greenwood's been good. I'm just really annoyed. I really want Greenwood to score because I think Greenwood's had a few good games where he hasn't scored or hasn't got an assist. And when you get that goal or assist, it just gives you a little bit more confidence. And I think he'll be disappointed in the score because he's took his chances well. The thing with Greenwood's chances, it's not like he's had an open goal and he's hit it at the keeper. He's got the ball. Greenwood's got the ball in good positions. He's turned a player or two and had a shot from outside the box and come close. And, Greenwood, I feel like, does deserve a goal. And I feel like he'd be probably kicking himself if he doesn't get one. But, okay, we're literally nearly 90 minutes in. West Ham on an attack, plus stoppages. This is when there'll be 10 minutes of stoppages. Luke Shaw wins the ball back in a good position. He gets it away quick to Bruno. Bruno takes a bit too long on the ball. He gets one. That's a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. It's strange that Ollie doesn't give a sub. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Ollie being a sub for most of his career is weird that he doesn't. Luke Shaw is the GOAT. Luke Shaw has been so consistent. 3 minutes added on, guys. 3 minutes for United. Can United hold on to 1-0 win versus West Ham? At the end of the day, the most important thing is the 3 points. The most important thing today is the 3 points because I think if we get this 3 points, it's top 4 sealed. For me, it's top 4 sealed. If you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, you might as well subscribe because in an hour's time, my match reaction, 5 things we learned from the game will be going up. Well, I talk about 5 things that obviously we learned from the game. So if you're not subscribed, you might as well subscribe. But Luke Shaw runs in the ball. Luke Shaw in the attacking box. He gets out to Fred. Don't shoot, Fred. Don't shoot, Fred. Fred plays it to McTominay, who takes a crap touch, but it doesn't matter because we still got possession. It's all about keeping possession. Are we going to go into the corner flag or are we going to attack? Greenwood loses possession. West Ham on an attack. Dan James does a defensive duty belt. He gets skinned. It's a foul. I don't think Declan Rice is overrated, to be fair. I used to think he was, but I think Declan Rice is a top player. It's got to do with Bruno Fernandes today. I just think that the way West Ham has played has been so negative, to be fair. Remember to comment your man of the match below. I'm gonna record for obviously my 5 things to expect video, which will go out in about an hour's time. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to see my match reaction where I talk about 5 things we learned from the game. If I'm happy with it, if I'm sad with it, you might as well. That's not a foul. Good. Okay, United have got a goal kick, which is good. We've literally got a minute left, guys. We've got a minute left to see this out. So hopefully we do. Just take as long as you can, Dino. We're taking the goal kick. Look, I can't relax. Even though there's a minute left, I can't relax because we are Bottle FC. Like, we could do what Spurs did. Oh, 30 seconds left. Come on, United. We've literally got 30 seconds left, but no, a lot that add 2 minutes. They've given Luke Shaw man of the match, and I think that's deserved, to be fair. It's between Luke Shaw, Greenwood, and Bruno for me. I'm really disappointed Ollie didn't make any subs, though. Man United pressing West Ham. West Ham look like they're going to have one final attack. Mate, it's pop. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Lindelof kicks out. I think that should be it. He's going to let West Ham have one more attack. But I literally can't relax. Can't bloody relax. I don't want to look at the TV. I'm just scared, to be fair. West Ham on the attack. Rice has got the ball. Imagine if they score now. It'd be fucking classic. Good cross. Man United corner. Yes! Full time. That is full time, guys. Manchester United get a 1-0 win over West Ham. And for me, it doesn't matter how we played, how we won. We won 1-0. I think we deserve to win 1-0. But we got the 3 points, which is massive because I think that puts a 9-point gap between us and 5th. 9 games to go, 9-point gap. I think that is top 4 sealed. For me, I can sit comfortably and go, you know what? I think we got top 4. We're in 2nd. We keep the pressure on City. We don't. But guys, get in there. That's an amazing 3 points to Manchester United. For me, that's top 4 sealed. And if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, subscribe because in an hour's time, my match reaction, 5 things we learn will be out. Where I give my thoughts on the game, player ratings, who's my man of the match, my overall comments, positives, negatives, and more. So guys, before you leave the stream, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Stay tuned because in an hour's time, my 5 things we learned video will be released. But as always, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Bye. 1-0 win for United. 3 points. Get